What's up, wrestling fans? Welcome to the Outliers podcast. I'm the Jedi, along with Caitlin, and today we're really excited to be coming to you live from the outside because we just finished watching Caitlin versus Johnny Scream in the Hardcore Galactic Championship match. And I'm just going to let you take it over from there, Kate.
Well, it was an unfortunate loss that I did not see coming. Obviously, I just got the title, wasn't expecting to lose it right away. I also wasn't expecting Aiden to come out and interfere the way he did. And he's supposed to be like on ref duty. And he can't do any of his jobs right, it seems like. So he felt like it was a good idea to just get in the ring and screw me, essentially. You know, I had taken care of you. I already knew where you were going to be, and it wasn't going to be anywhere around me.
That's right.
You're lucky.
I stayed true.
That's how that works. And obviously, I'm not scared of Dougie. Like, let's be real. If Dougie was to step in the ring with me, it would be a really bad day for him. I think we all know that. So I wasn't too worried about him. And I had him taken care of, and I felt like I had Johnny Scream right where I wanted him. I hit him with the move that I had planned on hitting him with. That should have been it. So I'm not going to let this loss get me down or stop me from pursuing what I know is mine, rightfully mine. I have not had any sort of interference in matches. I have not cheated in these matches. I feel like I've played a pretty fair game. So I don't particularly like the bullshit that Johnny Scream does. Like, need other people to help him win these matches. Like, why is that your goal? Is just to cheat me out of the belt? Like, I really don't understand that game. It still makes you look weak. Everybody knows I'm better than you. Clearly, if you can't win a match on your own, then I've been able to win matches on my own, and I think that's obvious. So with that being said, I know that this chairman talked about me not being able to get in again for the belt while Johnny Scream has it, but I feel like with every rule, there is a loophole somewhere. So
Let's just stop right there for a second because we've been spending this whole dang summer watching Caitlin wrestle against Johnny Scream over and over and over again. I think it's time for somebody else to get a Galactic Championship match,
like,
especially at YouTube Mania. I don't know. Somebody else?
There isn't anybody else.
Yeah, there is. We got plenty of other characters this season.
Who?
Me. As a matter of fact, I've been in every single Galactic Championship match since YouTube Mania has had a Galactic Championship.
Yeah.
And I believe that it's my right to be in the title match. So, as far as I'm concerned, babe,
we'll see about that.
Yeah,
I mean, you really think you've proven yourself worthy enough to go after the title? Like, let's be honest. Like, things have changed. Like, you're not as good as you once were. You've been losing a lot. You're kind of in a downward slope. Like, I'm at my highest.
Talking about losing, you just lost your belt like how many minutes ago?
In an unfair advantage
Whatever, bro.
that you've taken part in too, just to keep it away from me. So, like, honestly, I don't care if you think it's your turn or not. Like, you don't deserve a shot at it, that's for sure.
Well, you know what? Maybe I'll issue a challenge or something like that. You know, I'll find some way to make myself a worthy challenger. I know we got some wrestling matches coming up this week on the wrestling show, so I'm going to throw my hat in the ring and see if maybe I can impress the algorithm, and hopefully they'll give me a Galactic Championship match at YouTube Mania.
Like, didn't you just lose to Casey? And like, you tapped out.
She literally broke a part of my arm. Was falling
the fuck out. To Casey. Like, come on. Like, the easiest opponent on the wrestling show lost to.
Yeah, right.
Like, how did you manage that? If I was to fight Casey, it'd be over for her. Over.
Wait till she goes ape shit crazy. All right, you think it's an easy match until all of a sudden she don't kick out, or she does kick out of everything, and then she don't feel no pain and comes at you with her craziness, bro. And she literally dislocated my elbow. I had to go to the hospital and get it looked at.
Boo-hoo.
Yeah,
Jedi.
she's strong. It could have broken my whole arm off, and then I would have been useless
Your
for
arm
YouTube
looks
Mania.
just fine to me.
Now, forget that I was able to fix it. I am a Jedi, you know. I was able to get my arm back in order, but I didn't.
Can
want
we
it to be
talk
broken
about the
any
fact
worse.
that she was like penetrated your force and somehow turned it around?
Which is something that's never been done
Yeah.
to me before.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think something's happening to you. Like I said, like you're not the Jedi that you once were.
Wow.
You're not good enough to be going for the belts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really, Johnny Scream, I mean, his shit's more of a fluke. You know, he has to have you. Of course he has to have you. And Dougie, it's just like, you guys are so ridiculous. It's funny.
If you got your crew around, why not let him be part of the up? You know, he's coming up, and we're going to be a part of it with him.
Okay, well, that's the closest you're going to get to having a belt is being JD's lackey.
Wow. We'll see about that, because as far as I'm concerned, me and Johnny Scream had an Outliers podcast a few months ago. And we talked about when he was the champion around Halloween time, which I feel like fall is in the air. It's about that time of year, and it's time for me to have a rematch against Johnny Scream for the Galactic Championship. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. I'm going to leave that to the algorithm and the chairman to decide. Because after all, they make all the rules and bylaws, and I already know.
Who the fuck says?
One
honestly?
rule. We all know this. These matches have to be sanctioned if you want them to actually count for the gold.
I know.
You want to be by the rules. We spent how many seasons talking about rules?
You just come in one day as per the algorithm and starts running everything just because the algorithm runs it.
Well, once you become a partner.
Why does the algorithm have like a middleman?
You know, I feel like every company has a fall guy.
Mm-hmm.
And just so we're not out here bashing the algorithm, they put a different character in play for us to bash and complain about when things don't go the way that we think they should go with YouTube.
Well, one way that the algorithm isn't going to go is you and JB at YouTube Mania. So there's that.
All right, Caitlin, well, you're going to have to find somebody else to fight at YouTube Mania because you're sure as hell not fighting against me. And you sure as hell aren't fighting against Johnny Scream because you know the rules of that last match. You two are not allowed to wrestle each other for the Galactic Championship this season.
We'll see about that.
Maybe you can accept that open challenge that Junior's been doing. That might be a good match for you. He hasn't lost yet, so you could teach him a thing or two.
You got to be kidding. Like, those are type of matches that you should be doing, not me. He hasn't proved anything. He beat one person, and he wants to be called the Bell Man. Like, all right, Bell Man.
I think he's had 2 victories so far this season. One may have been a tag match, yes. And he's also fighting tomorrow in a tag match against the returning top dogs. The top dog LeBron and Amari.
That I do want to see.
Oh, that's going to be a good match.
That I want to see. So I'm excited about it.
It's going to be good.
You know, Marvin, on the other hand, he's really on the come up too.
Yeah, now Casey's going to be going one-on-one with Marvo at YouTube Mania 6 in the opening contest.
Yeah.
That match has been booked. The first booked match for YouTube Mania 6. And it's also for $100,000. So,
wow.
Super excited about that. And there also is going to be an open challenge from Junior at YouTube Mania 6. So that's what I'm saying, Kate. That's your in. All right, that's how you make your mark on YouTube Mania 6.
Not a chance.
And then maybe next year, you can challenge me again for the title. But
I'm going to get the title back from Johnny Scream. It doesn't matter. I don't know what I'm going to do, but
good luck, Kaylin. Just relax. Relax. Take it all in. Take a deep breath.
But it's like, what am I going to do about Team Scream? They're only getting bigger.
Well, you know what they say. If you can't beat them, join them. And,
You've got to be kidding.
you might look pretty good in that Team Scream
Not
red.
a
Forgot you'd rather wear blue. It's all right. A little flowery out.
yeah. I would.
And we're back. Wrestling fans, got a little hot here in the Midwest, hanging out outside, feeling the heat. But we're back. We were going to go through and read some comments. We also have one of our fans who's going to be live with us today. We're going to be doing an interview with him, a special interview where the fan leads it. If any of you guys out there want to interview the Outliers, just feel free to send us an email. Get on the list. It's going to be a lot of fun. Is this going to work? There we go. Sam Nonberg said, Caitlin, the queen of wrestling.
Thanks.
Yes, she just may very well be.
I would agree.
Yes. So we were talking about Casey and Marvo at YouTube Mania. What do you think about that?
Well, I don't think it's going to go very well for Marvo. I think he's going to have a really difficult time, like, keeping her from essentially going crazy. Like, she gets in the ring, she, like, wants to kill people.
Yeah, that she definitely does.
So I think that's kind of a problem for Marvin.
That's going to be a problem for Marvin, yes. Okay. And as far as the open challenge is concerned, I'm curious to see who's going to come up and fight against Junior, who just happens to be Mikey's supposed long lost son.
That's what he says. I don't really see the resemblance, but if he's anything like his father, he's not going to be able to wrestle me.
So you might be able to accept this challenge, though. I mean, now that you don't got the belt, you got to be looking for other people to fight.
You already know who I'm going to fight.
You are going to accept that challenge, that open challenge
I'm
for him?
not.
So Joe Wrestling. What's up, Joe Wrestling? I've been reading your comments. Thank you so much for showing up right here on the Outliers podcast. He says, Caitlin, the Jedi, and KZ are my favorite characters on the wrestling show. So all three of those characters are his favorite.
Okay, awesome.
Nice. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But that KZ character, I'm not really happy with her, especially after the way she did me in that crazy
She
lock.
made you look like such a bitch, though.
I haven't tapped out maybe ever on the wrestling show. So
I'm sure you've tapped out.
I can't think of any times or anybody who would have made me tap out on the wrestling show. Maybe like some type of custom video. But I've never tapped out on the wrestling show, especially not when $100,000 was on the line.
You didn't tap out to
So
a name I don't even want to mention.
No.
At YouTube Mania 4.
No.
No, you didn't? Okay. Okay.
I've not tapped out, especially not in a title match.
Okay. So you just lost.
Yeah. I've lost by a lot of underhanded tactics. I feel like that happens to both of us. You know, when you're the best at something, it takes a whole group of people to come at you.
The only reason people come at you underhandedly is because you, like, that's your MO. That's how you wrestle. You don't really give a fuck.
So I just open the door for people to be.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I think
some
that's just
people are going to
wrestling.
play your game.
It's just wrestling in general. The fact that you don't have a faction or a group
Yeah, I
to
don't.
back you up.
I don't want one. Like, why would I want a bunch of people that are like coming around me trying to pretend like they like what I do? When more than likely they don't. So I'd rather just stay to myself. But maybe that's the difference because like you have a bunch of dudes that you're with. Like I don't think I could be with a bunch of females
Yeah.
without wanting to kick their asses for walking behind me. I don't know.
Yeah. That's true. So maybe that is the difference between me and you. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's why your character is more of a lone wolf.
And you have to have a bunch of dudes help you to kind of get the Galactic Championship, which I've been getting it by myself for a while now without the help from anybody. It's really annoying.
That's true. Yeah, you really have. You really
People
have.
just like want to gang up on the one and only.
Mm-hmm. Well, now's the time of the show when we bring on our very first guest host questionnaire, Cyrus 3D. He's in the lobby right now. We actually talked to this guy maybe it was a month ago, 2 months ago. He asked us some pretty cool questions, told us a good story about his life as a wrestling fan and how he found the wrestling show. So it's been pretty interesting and motivational. So I thought that today we would take some time here and have a very special Outliers podcast. First time ever. And I'm going to bring him in and we can ask him a few questions, figure out where he's from, stuff like that. Welcome Cyrus 3D to the Outliers podcast. What's up, bro?
Hey guys, you okay? Can you hear me?
What's up, bro?
Hey. How's it going?
All right. Yeah, not bad. How are you
Good.
two? Yeah, hello to all the fans as well.
So tell
Okay,
the fans a
so-
little bit about yourself, where you're from.
Okay, yeah, I'm from the UK. Lived here all my life, unfortunately. So born and raised in Manchester, and
Okay.
you know, that's about all I can say about it. So where I'm from, really. So yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
So when we talked before, you told us that you had stopped watching wrestling and then you got back into the wrestling show on YouTube and now you're back to being a fan. Maybe tell us a little bit about that story because I thought that was the coolest part about our interaction so far.
Yeah, it definitely was. Yeah. Okay. So when I stopped watching wrestling back in 2005. It was after Eddie Guerrero had passed away, and WWE had come over to the United Kingdom doing a show, and that was the European tour that Eddie Guerrero unfortunately died on. And the night was a tribute to him, and I saw like how like the fans reacted and like they cheered and screamed for all the wrestlers. And the first on the card was Carlito and Shelton Benjamin. That match made me want to be a wrestler. I started training, got a lot of weight sets, looked for wrestling schools in England, but couldn't really find anything because back then wrestling wasn't as popular with the square circle as it is now over here. So I couldn't really do that. So the only way I could do that really was traveling to America, but that was a bit difficult at the time. So I ended up giving up on that and ended up going, watching wrestling on TV and trying to find wrestling schools and things like that of that nature. Then when Chris Benoit did what he did, I went off wrestling completely. Just didn't want to watch it anymore.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that.
Yeah, and but then almost by accident about a year ago, I stumbled across you guys. And from your first match, I was absolutely hooked on it. I mean, just the style of wrestling that you do, the hardcore style you go through, and it was just a really good concept. And I've been a fan ever since. And, and you two reignited my passion for wrestling through your show and through what you do as characters. So I was really, really hooked on wrestling again, thanks to you guys. So it wasn't WWE, it wasn't AEW that got me back into wrestling. It was you guys.
That's so awesome, and I'm glad that you support and like the wrestling show as much as you do, and you're really the kind of people, this is why we do it. I'm so glad that you were able to find something else to bring you back into wrestling, because wrestling is fun, but it goes up through so many ups and downs and everything.
It does, yeah. And unfortunately, I didn't really want to bring this up, but unfortunately we have lost two legends this week, obviously.
Yeah.
And Wyatt.
Sucks. It sucks that happened. Ray Funk's like one of the best wrestlers of all time. Honestly, is like some of the coolest, most innovative matches.
Yeah.
And obviously Bray Wyatt was like such a shock.
It was, yeah. I mean, my friend emailed me the next day, and he's and he said another one's gone, and I thought, oh wow, I thought who's passed away, unfortunately this time. And when I saw Bray Wyatt, my eyes were like, what? I'm like, Bray Wyatt? Because you think this is the same guy who, like, when he got released, the fans wanted brought back. They were screaming to WWE, bring this guy back. What did you release him for? Are you stupid? And
I think we might have lost your feed for a second.
brought him back. Unfortunately, he had to go off against the way.
We might be losing you on the mic for a second, buddy. I think you might have glitched.
Yeah,
Can you hear
your
me
camera
all right?
just went a bit. Yeah,
Okay,
your camera just
I
went a
think
bit.
we're back now.
Yeah, I can hear you fine,
Okay.
pal. Can hear you fine.
Okay, yeah, we
yeah,
glitched
fine,
a little
yeah.
bit. I don't know.
Yeah, we had this problem
It
last
might-
time.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, we seen Bray
Yeah,
Wyatt's
yeah, I don't
last
know.
match, actually. It was in Rockford. It was pretty intense. He was like taking his time to say goodbye to everybody, like extra. And it was the opening match. I'm like, I've never seen anybody spend this much time saying goodbye to all these people. And then, like, he just never wrestled again. It was really, really strange to think about that a lot of the time, to think about Bray. It's like, man, did he almost subconsciously know something was up? Or was he just always that down in the dumps? I don't know. It was weird. It was weird. I think we might be back now. Yeah. Can you hear me okay? Cyrus?
I think I can hear him.
Yeah, I can hear him. I just don't know if he's saying anything. Can you hear me, buddy? I feel like his mic would be coming up if it was talking. Let me remove him. Let me re-add him. He might be looking at his microphone cord right now. But anyway, yeah, Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk, two real innovators of different styles of hardcore wrestling. And it was weird for everybody in the wrestling community to have to lose one and then not even get the chance to do your tribute to him before the next guy's gone. So
Yeah, sad.
Yeah, what was your favorite Terry Funk match?
Man, I really like that exploding one.
That was such a good match. Like Okada or Nita.
Man, I
I
can't.
think his name was Onita.
Yeah, it was something.
Yeah, that was a really good match.
Yeah, I
So
did
dramatic.
like that. And then like I was so hyped for that one exploding match for AEW, and it was like the worst thing I ever seen in my life.
Oh god, yeah.
It was so bad. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like you didn't even come close to being as cool as what Terry Funk did with Onita, if that's the correct name.
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. I don't think anybody's ever going to come close to that, but we'll never show him the highlight reel.
Yeah,
of
something
Terry
to do with
Funk.
Mick Foley as well.
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
I heard him say something about
Mick Foley. Did he fight Mick Foley?
Yeah, Terry Funk and Mick Foley had quite a few matches
They
together.
did. Okay.
They tried to brand each other with a branding iron,
Okay.
and then they were tag team
Yeah, they
partners
did.
for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Wrestling says R.I.P. to both the Fiend.
Yeah, they were
Bray Wyatt,
insane.
and
The
Terry.
matches they had.
Mm-hmm.
Funk as well. He was hilarious for continually retiring and coming back.
Yeah.
Type thing. He was always retiring and coming back all the time. Terry Funk.
Mhm.
But yeah, he had some good matches with Ric Flair as well, I believe.
Yeah. The first time I ever seen somebody use a table
Yeah.
was Ric Flair and Terry Funk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It's like, whoa. All right.
Yeah. I didn't realize how good Terry Funk was. Like I knew who he was. Like I even knew like his face from all the documentaries and stuff we had watched over the years. But then when I actually seen his matches, I was like, this motherfucker's actually good. Like you don't look like he'd be shit, but goddamn.
Yeah, he was something else. He had a great match in ECW. It was like for the title on ECW's very first pay-per-view where he came back out of retirement and he won the belt.
That's
It's like
cool.
the Sandman and Raven were in it.
Yeah.
Really good match.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
2023 has been a bad year for wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It really has. It's kind of sucked. Bray Wyatt really sucked. That shit was sad as hell.
Yeah. It's so unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Terry Funk's a little different as far as like I don't think anybody was like shocked by hearing it because he had been in like bad health for a while.
Yeah, we all knew he was sick.
Yeah.
But like I was kind of expecting him to come back to WWE and bring the Fiend or bring back Bray or whatever he was gonna do, not die.
Yeah, and the fact that they were keeping him like being sick a secret. You know, they were saying he was dealing with some type of illness. Like, I feel like a couple of years ago, they would have said that word, what he was sick with, over and over and over again until the cows came home. Yeah. For whatever reason, they did not say it.
Say that
they would not say it was the C word. Yeah, I was shocked that they finally decided to reveal it after he died. But it's like, you guys knew he was dealing with something for so long and you couldn't tell people?
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Weird. So strange.
It is, yeah. It's, I mean, we've had like draws, and Terry Funk and, Bray Wyatt. It's just been terrible year for wrestling for that sort of thing. It's awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully that's it for 2023 and everybody can stay in good health and good spirits.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
I don't know. I feel Mongo McMichael's about to go. I'm just saying.
We got
I'm just
Mongo.
saying.
I feel like Buff Bagwell's on the ring, on the edge.
Yeah, Bagwell.
Didn't he just get arrested again?
Yeah, he did.
So yeah.
Yeah, he's having a hard time.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Okay, so I'll get into obviously the podcast. The questions I've prepared here. Sorry to keep you so long, guys. I was just re-preparing the questions because I wasn't expecting to go live.
Hey, bros, it's kind of a shock to us all, but
Yeah, we've never done this before, so
No.
this is.
Oh, right. Good. So that makes me feel better. Like I'm not the only one.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna grab another
it's a
drink
first for
before
all
we-
of us. Yeah, and I had seen the fans in the live chat today during Kate's match requesting us to go live, and they haven't done that in a while. So I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
We're giving all the wrestling fans a treat today.
Oh, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. So
They deserve
okay.
it. I feel like it's been a rough weekend, so we deserve
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah,
Wrestling time.
yeah. Well, I had to put a question in there about Kate's match today as well. So
Sure.
I had to put that in my list of questions.
Fire away.
Okay, mate. Okay, so first of all, before I get into this, I just want to say thank you both for the last podcast we did and the positive feedback you gave me on that one. Obviously, because I was meeting you two for the first time, I was dead nervous type thing, you know. Yeah. But you guys were just humble and friendly towards me, and you really helped me to settle in, so I do appreciate that. And I must have replayed that last podcast over 100 times since.
That's cool.
Nice.
That's so cool.
Yeah, because so I've been replaying it back, especially when we go on about the cops being called to the birthing storage container. I must have replayed that about 200 times.
Oh my god, that's so funny. That's really funny.
Yeah. Makes you wonder who called the police. Was it bleeding Steve Urkel? Flip heck. But yeah, the positive feedback and the fact nobody's ever asked you the questions I did, like you did before the show.
Never. It was really
cool.
And
I had an act for podcasting around some really good questions, made me feel great. So thank you guys for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah. Like obviously they say, you know, like don't they say like, you know, never meet your heroes, you know, you won't be disappointed, they'll not be what you expect, you know, and what have you. But you guys, you know, blew that out of the water. You know, it was good to meet you. You know, you're really friendly, you're really humble, and you know, it was a pleasure to meet you both first time around. Type thing. So yeah,
for sure.
It was great to meet you both. Yeah.
Thank you. I really enjoyed
you're welcome, no problem. Yeah, I enjoyed it as well. Yeah, really enjoyed it. Okay, so I'm not going into personal lives again like I did last time, but I would like to ask you both what you do to relax, hit the weights, go to the fairgrounds. How do Matt and Kate unwind between the wrestling show?
I really like to run and work out. That's like a new thing I've started doing is running in the morning. So I really like that in my just personal alone time.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, she likes to exercise to relax, and not me. I like to relax. Like, I feel like I like to go to the movies, go to the beach, go camping. Like, I like to do active things, I guess, but just like take my mind completely out of my element, which is in the house, which is where it seems like we work and write all the time. So when I can go someplace outside of here or go like play football or practice football, stuff like that. That's what I do to unwind and relax. And I like to lay in bed and watch a lot of wrestling matches as well.
Yeah, laying in bed and just being lazy is.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to do it every once in a while. I don't like to be sitting down for too long. I got to keep moving.
Yeah, there's a few glitches going on here, guys. The cameras are I'm constantly losing you, and I can't really hear you very well.
I don't know why that would be happening.
We could try to go on the front porch if we want to move it to a different location.
Okay.
You want to go? All right, we're going to rearrange. I feel like this happens once in a while. We're just losing the internet feed. But we're going to reposition ourselves.
What's up?
Yo. Let's see how long until somebody decides to start mowing. How's that? Hello, Jonah from Sweden. Some guy said they loved you.
Right, I think. Yeah, I can see you now, guys. I can probably see a bit better now. Just there's a few glitches going on there. I couldn't really. I don't know whether it's coming from my end or your end.
Ours was screwing up earlier.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe we'll be
Right.
close
Okay, yeah.
when you're not.
Don't bad. Right. Okay. Online. I remember on the first podcast, like you mentioned, you like to work your legs and train them before the show. Is that your main workout? Did you say, or does it vary from like week to week?
To me.
Yeah, I think you can answer all the questions first.
Okay. Monday through Friday, for the past like 4 weeks, I've been running a mile before I work out, and I've always worked out, but now that I'm running, and I usually work out Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, depending on what muscle group I'm working out that day, it's really hard to just like spot train every part of your muscle every day because there's so many different, biceps, triceps, back, shoulders, your legs, your quads, the back of your legs. So I just like switch up what muscle group I work out. And then through Monday through Friday, hopefully I've worked out everything and will put myself at the strongest position to be able to wrestle effectively without getting too sore also. But the running is something that I've just started doing and I've really been enjoying that. So
yeah,
and I think that's really helping my endurance for the wrestling.
Finish your workout answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I like to do some squats here and there.
Yeah.
A couple of dumbbell curls.
Yeah, so I remember you mentioning like workout you like before.
Like we're so opposite in that. Like I'm the one that really likes to work out and lift weights. Like I do it for 2 hours Monday through Friday. I feel like he couldn't do anything for 2 hours. Like, like when he goes and works out, he'll like work out for like 30 seconds to 60 seconds. And then he's got to go off and do something else. And then he might come back for another minute and a half. But just dedicating 2 straight hours to working out is not you.
No.
Which I get, but it's definitely me.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Like every morning I wake up, I'm like, I want to go for a run.
Yeah. Yeah, you see, I can't work out my legs. I spent 15 years in retail. So walking around a 100-foot complex up and down aisles, clocking up 25 miles a day for 8 to 12 hours straight, pulling cages, dragging pallets full of grocery items up a hill, and walking customers up and down is a killer. Without having a leg workout the night before adding to it.
Wow. Yeah, that's how I get a lot of my workouts too. Don't get me wrong. Like I go out and I do a lot of yard work and a lot of wrestling matches and wrestling trainings and football trainings and carrying heavy shit that I probably shouldn't lift. So I do a lot of things that, like you're saying, work related, not so much just lifting the dumbbells, staring at a mirror.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. That's so
I'll just put me off the next question, I can tell you. Yeah, I can't tell you the amount of times I've done a shoulder workout the night before a major food shop. I can tell you. Yeah, oh, it's horrible. Yeah. Okay, so on the last one, we got into your weight regime and mentioned how you guys will work out at home. Do you always work out at home, or will you visit the gym like every so often, or will it always be at home with you guys?
We used to go to the gym out in real life, like with real people, but
yeah,
I don't enjoy it as much. And like we have been investing and like we have a weight bench, not the best weight bench you ever seen, but it gets the job done. Like we have just the bare minimum. And once in a while, we'll go to like the YMCA because we have a YMCA membership and we'll bring the kids.
Or like swim or play basketball or something like that.
Yeah. And then I'll get a little workout in. But I can't say that it's going to be better because I can't make it to the gym Monday through Friday. That's just like an impossibility. But I can definitely work out at my house Monday through Friday and get maximum results like if I was in a gym. So
yeah. Because when you're in the Yeah. So when you're in the gym, you've got people watching you. You know, you work out better at home than you do in the gym because you can find more weights out and things. I think when you're at home than you can when you're in the gym. Plus, you got people waiting to use the equipment that you're on, so you're kind of like rushing. Whereas when you're at home, you've got time.
Did you just make it smaller?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Want it back to that?
I think so.
Okay.
I'd have to get uncomfortably close to you.
Sorry.
And like we're kind of friends right now.
I did not screw you over in your title match. You lost it on your own accord.
Yeah, whatever.
All right.
Yeah, to be fair, Matt wasn't there. He was going getting his arm checked out, so he says.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I mean, it was a nice excuse for you to leave and not have to be buddy with Team Scream. I get it. So it was a nice try, but you still came up with them. I still wished him luck. Still wanted him to win.
He's still my buddy.
It's like that bros before hoes shit, and it just like doesn't really fly with me.
He's trying to get in with the champion, okay?
I understand what you're doing, and I think that you are a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
That's a stinger.
Those are fighting words, aren't they?
Yeah.
You can't fight me right now.
No, why would I? I'm enjoying this live
Yeah, I
stream.
mean, if I was you, I wouldn't want to fight me either.
No, I'm having a relaxation time.
I want to fight you.
I'm not trying to fight right
All right. I don't blame you.
Yeah, no, I won't want to fight you either, believe me.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like my relaxing is fighting. Like I'm a different breed.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, that's what I do in my pastime for fun.
You're right.
Yeah. I went against Kate in the electric chair match, and I'm not doing that again.
No, I wouldn't. You never bet against me.
Nope. Especially not in a stipulation match.
Bro.
She likes to do all the new matches and be the first person to do this, do that.
Yeah. I got a few more match ideas here for you guys, so I'll run them by you in a little bit.
Sounds good. You got some good match ideas.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, mate. I appreciate that. I've got some more here for you, so I'll run them by you in a bit.
Sweet.
Cool.
So, Matt, on the last podcast, you mentioned you like horror films like Friday the 13th, Halloween, so forth and so forth. Have you ever wanted to bring like a Jason Voorhees character to the show or a character of that nature?
Well, we already have the Ghostface character implemented pretty good, and we have actually used the Jason Voorhees character on the show in past seasons. He was part of the Playground Royal Rumble, actually, from YouTube Mania 4, I want to say. Or 3. One of the YouTube Manias he was in. We had a whole storyline. I actually fought Jason, bro. If you haven't watched it yet, it's Matt Jones 2587 versus Jason Voorhees in like an escape Camp Crystal Lake match.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that match.
So we have had Jason. I also brought in Super Jason, which was JG, and I actually Death Star kicked him into a river or a lake or whatever it was, not realizing the current was really bad, and it actually sucked him under, and I had to jump in and ruin a pair of shoes to save the guy to get him out of the water.
He didn't necessarily get sucked under, but like he couldn't swim. And Matthew's like, "Are you okay?" And Jeremy's like, "Nope." And Matthew had to jump in and save him when he hit him in that water.
Yeah. So one of the most intense battles I ever had was with Jason.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even know you brought one of them characters in. I'll have to watch YouTube Mania 4 and have a look at that because I didn't know you brought one in.
Okay.
I'll send you a link to whichever one it was. It might have been YouTube Mania 3, which was like the culmination of the Jason character. I don't think we actually used him after that.
No.
Yeah.
I know that you did like a Michael Myers fights Jason.
There is a Halloween video. It might be on the wrestling show. I think it is.
So long ago.
Where Jason Voorhees is in it, Michael Myers is in it, Ghostface is in it, and Caitlin's in it, and all the characters are chasing Caitlin, trying to kill her. It's like Halloween 2013 or something.
Oh, right, yeah.
So if you go through and look at all of our Halloween movies,
we have
three different Halloween films. We used to do a Halloween movie every year until last year we decided to turn into it being a Halloween wrestling show, which this is the wrestling show, so it makes more sense.
Yeah.
That way, and the fans understand it a lot more.
Yeah.
But there's some old movies out there.
Yeah. You like me though, Matt. I'm into horror films, and on some Friday the 13th, and I make a habit of this. I will take a Friday the 13th out of the case and watch it.
Oh yeah, I bet. I wish I had them all on DVD. That's something that I aspire for. Future Christmas gift idea.
Oh my god, I could never.
I'd rather have them on a VHS if you actually want to know.
You can make that your next match, loser has to buy Friday the 13th.
Hey, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we'll have to do another match where you have to sit down and watch them all with me.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Legit torture.
We got somebody from Bangladesh here. That might be a first. Shout out to Raid Music Beatty. What's up, buddy? Interesting. Yeah, so we're all horror movie fans, at least the majority of us in this family.
I mean, I like a good one.
Yeah,
I like the Nightmare on Elm Street, honestly, more than I like Halloween and whatever you like, Friday the 13th. And I also like Scream better than all of those. So
yeah.
But that's just me personally. And I think there's a lot of bad horror films.
She's a Wes Craven mark.
I've been sucked in. Yeah, maybe that's what it is because they're both Wes Craven.
Yeah. I also watched Freddy vs. Jason the other day. I think that was a good one.
Two thumbs way up for me. I love that movie. I seen it in theaters. I seen it in theaters. Yes. I love it.
Okay.
Huge fan.
Yeah, same here, yeah.
You did too?
Oh yeah, I love that film. It's brilliant. Yeah, definitely.
Did you see Jason X in theaters too when it came out?
I saw Jason X in theaters, yeah.
Okay. What about the Bride of Chucky?
No, I wasn't into Chucky, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But I have seen Bride and Seed of Chucky on DVD, and I think I saw Child's Play at one stage.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not into Freddy Krueger either, but I did like him in that. I have seen him though. I have watched him, like, you know what I mean?
I love the Bride of Chucky. I love the Bride of Chucky. Yes. And also, we watched the Seed of Chucky.
The Seed of Chucky's great.
On mushrooms, and I swear to God.
Such a great movie. Trying to figure out what gender that kid is.
I was tripping
Glenn or Glenda.
hard.
He's a boy, damn it.
Oh my God, that shit was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, a good horror movie has to be funny as well, in my opinion.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how scary it was, but it was fucking hilarious. Like, such a comedy movie is the Seed of Chucky, in my opinion.
Yeah. Chucky does have his comedy elements, so I know that.
Like the way he talks, the thing he says, like, I love Chucky.
Yeah.
And like the Friday the 13th guy, did he even talk?
Jason?
Jason, no. In the remake he did, but in the original he didn't.
Yeah, no.
See, like, no, I can't. Fucking Scream is hilarious, and so is Chucky.
And so is Freddy.
Yeah,
all the characters that kill and talk.
Yeah.
Candyman talks.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you fell asleep through that Candyman movie.
The new Candyman movie was hard to get through.
Okay, I thought it was all right. I didn't have a problem with it, but yeah, you fell asleep.
It's not as good as the first one.
Yeah, no, definitely not. No. The other one I didn't mind either was The Hills Have Eyes, the remake.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was a good one.
Even the remake is good.
Yeah, the remake. I've watched them. They're really good. Yeah, never really watched it. I think I watched the original once. But yeah, the remake's really good. I mean, I don't mind that one at all.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of good Leatherface movies actually too. Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2 is so underrated as a film.
Yeah.
It's
great. It's great.
Yeah. You know, I actually started watching them about a year or two ago when I watched, and I think the second one was actually the one I watched with Dennis Hopper in it. And when I watched it, I bought them on DVD, and I thought, really good these. And then I watched the remakes. The remakes are good as well, but not as good as the originals. No,
bro. And there's one with Renee Zellweger and Matthew McConaughey in it, and it's got one of the most intense scenes with a shotgun I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I would 100% recommend that one. I think it's just called like Leatherface. So good.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, I watched another one, The Exorcist, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah, The Exorcist.
That was insane. That was absolutely insane.
Asked about watching that movie.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch The Exorcist soon.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
I've seen it. Yeah.
We just watched the Pope's Exorcist, which I actually enjoyed that. Sometimes I find them to be just a complete ripoff off the first Exorcist, but they gave this one enough of a spin that I thought they made it its own movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, I went to the cinema, like, obviously it's shut down now, but, and the actual last film I watched, though, was actually Halloween Ends. Yeah.
I almost watched that again yesterday.
Was that the
The
one?
most recent one, which I like that one a lot.
I've not even seen it yet. Like, I don't want to
Yeah.
see it because I hated the one before it.
I didn't. I mean, I was sort of on the fence with it. I just think that Michael Myers could have been a bit better. You know, the final fight scene could have been a bit better than what it was, to be honest with you. But,
what's her name? That lady.
Laurie Strode.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode. Yeah.
That acting from her for me was unbearable to watch and hard to get through.
She didn't even need to be in the movies, in my opinion.
That's what killed it for me. And I know that she was a character at the beginning, but it was way too dramatic. It was so dramatic. I really disliked that film a lot. Now I understand the people who love Halloween, they're just gonna like that shit. I get it. For me, it was hard to watch.
Yeah. When they shouldn't have done Halloween Resurrection. To be honest with you, they should have left it at Halloween H2O in my estimation.
I like Halloween H2O. Honestly, that is a good film. It's got Josh Hartnett in it, and I'm kind of like, I just like everything he's
Resurrection's got like Exhibit in it, though, right?
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
Okay, there's a one scene where Exhibit fights against Michael Myers, and like the building is burning down.
Exhibit is fighting. Like the guy on MTV who remake Cars.
Yeah. He whoops Michael Myers' ass. You know, house that's burning down. So I don't remember much about that movie.
I'm shocked that you even know who that is.
I only know him from the movie.
Just the movie?
Yeah.
Did you watch Pimp My Ride?
What do you think?
No?
Hell no.
Oh my God. You never watched Pimp My Ride?
No. You see, my car is stock.
Yeah. Bro, and I don't even like cars like that, but I fucking watched it. I also watch MTV Cribs too. But anyways, you can keep going with your story.
Yeah. Okay, so I remember on the last one, you mentioned like you were really into the Mario games when back in the day, Matt, and still are. Was that your most played or favourite game, or were the games you played that you liked other than Mario?
Oh, I played wrestling games. Honestly, I wouldn't even play video games if it wasn't for the wrestling games. I was undefeated in Royal Rumbles. Probably still am, honestly. If I lose, it's a glitch. So I've always been really, really big into the wrestling games. I played like shooting games like Siphon Filter. I like that one. I liked Grand Theft Auto Part 3. I feel like I played that one.
Yeah.
But mostly just wrestling games and football games. I actually was really good at Madden for a while, and hockey. Like a lot of the sports games I was good at. But Mario, Crash Bandicoot, Donkey Kong, I like those games too.
Yeah. I mean, I played Mario on the internet years ago when it was an internet game type thing. It was on, I can't remember what the name of the thing was, and that was the first time I actually played it proper. Yeah. And obviously, because I'm not used to playing Mario, I kept falling into like the lava or kept falling off the cliff because I couldn't get used to it. So I never had a Nintendo, so I was always a PlayStation, Mega Drive, Master System kind of guy, you know. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, the game that I was into when I was a kid was Resident Evil. I was obsessed with that game back in the day.
Okay, nice. I played that once. I feel like on the Nintendo 64.
Yeah. I must have played that game. No pun intended. I must have played it to me a death. So what was the very first wrestling game you played? Can you remember?
Yes, it was WWF Royal Rumble on the Sega Genesis. Yeah. It had.
Back in '93.
Yeah, Undertaker was in it.
Yeah, Razor Ramon and all that.
Yeah. Rick Martel was in it. There was a lot of guys. And then the next game that came out was Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
And I feel like I played that game forever. Like you were saying, to death. I played that one forever.
Yeah.
And then like WWF In Your House might have been the next game.
Yeah.
You know, and but then so on and so forth. I don't really play them much now, but I still play the 64 once in a while.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, mine was, I don't know if you remember this, the WrestleMania arcade game.
Oh, yeah. I Forgot
Yeah.
about that one. But that's where you hit Yokozuna and the chicken would fall out of him.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I played that back in the day, but now I look back on it, I think what a load of corny tripe that game was. I mean, Bret Hart shooting hearts out of his wristband, The Undertaker hitting people with actual tombstones. It was all over the place, but it was over the top and best.
John pulled a bat out.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Brandon Stevens is back.
Yeah, as always.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I can actually. What can I? I can actually put him in timeout from StreamYard. Yeah. Okay, so that way he won't keep on complaining.
Yeah. He'll complain anyway.
Yeah, every time he gets on.
Yeah, he does it quite a lot. That. Yes. So yeah, I mean, like, I remember playing WCW versus the World as well. I was like WCW and WWE, so it was like kind of like them sorts of games, you know. And don't know if you guys ever played them as well. WCW versus the World, NWO Revenge, stuff like that.
Man, I feel like I remember playing WCW Nitro.
Yeah, I played that one. It's not very good, but
PlayStation.
Yeah.
And then the 64 ones, like Revenge.
Yeah.
And maybe there was like World War III or another one that was on WCW.
Yeah. No, I remember last time we got onto like WCW and how, like, you know, if Eric Bischoff had taken it over, you know, what would have happened, what WCW would have become. Now, we've gone on about a few wrestlers who we thought were on the level to take WCW further. And one of the wrestlers we mentioned was Vampiro. I mean, I don't know if you guys would have been happy with this because I think WWE would have done him over. But do you think if he'd have gone to WWE, they'd have run him out of the business like they did with all the other ones that hit in the invasion angle?
What do you think? If they brought Vampiro to WWE, would they ran him out or he made a name for himself?
Wow, that's actually a good question.
It is. I feel like he had a substance abuse problem, which might be the end all of it.
Yeah, I don't know. But he was a really talented wrestler. I don't really feel like WCW used him as well as they could have, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I feel like that way about WCW in general.
Yeah.
Besides NWO.
Yeah. And even that, they rode the dead horse to the
Yeah,
ground.
they did. They really did. But honestly, I think he would have been able to do something with himself unless he had a bad drug problem.
But it was the Attitude Era. So that would have been the only thing that, in my opinion, would have kept him down because he would have fit right in.
Yeah.
With Gangrel and the Brood. I felt like they parodied him.
Yeah.
I think that there would have been a place for him. I feel like he would have made a good partner for like Edge. It was Edge there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like he fit that sort of vibe. So I would say that he would have done well.
Yeah, he would have, yeah. But no, Vince McMahon had to give him a stupid singing vampire gimmick or something stupid like that.
Yeah, God. If he hadn't ruined him first, for real.
Because they probably wouldn't have wanted him to be his cool character because that would have gotten over too much. Vince would have been like, I'm going to reinvent Vampiro.
Yeah.
A good faction, if you come to think about it, would probably have been, if the WWE had taken him on and used him right, would have been like Vampiro, like you guys said, Gangrel, and maybe throw Raven in there as well.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah,
that would have been really cool.
Yeah,
definitely, yeah. But yeah, I think they'd have probably, it's sort of few and far between as what they would have done with Vampiro. Right, so I saw the hardcore match today, Kate, between you and Johnny Scream, and it didn't disappoint at all. I know it was going to be extreme, and it was, believe me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Jason Voorhees had nothing with you on the way he swung that bloody axe into tree.
They like the axe scene.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I think that's going to become your Triple H has a sledgehammer, Kate now has the axe.
Exactly.
Kate's got an axe.
Exactly. I thought that was going to work out better in my favor than what did happen, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, you'll get your time again, don't worry. I was going to say, like, if you won the match, which I didn't bet against you, obviously.
Right.
I've learned my lesson from the last time.
Right.
I thought if you won, match would be next for the title shot.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, sorry. I said, I was saying, like, if you had won the match, I reckon match should have been the next one in line for the shot.
Nah. This is a debate that I have. See, in my opinion, he hasn't proved himself worthy of fighting for the belt. All he does is lose. Like his force not even working anymore because Casey. Look what Casey, he tapped out. Casey made him tap out and turn the force around. Like he's not the wrestler he used to be. So, like to me, like this is a battle between me and Johnny Scream. He's part of Johnny Scream, right? Like he's part of Team Scream. Like he's kind of null and void as a singles wrestler, in my opinion. So I would say, even if I would have won, I don't think I would have given him a shot at it. I feel like there's a lot of other people worthy of fighting me other than you. Now the algorithm could have said differently, and around here what the algorithm says is what we do. So if the algorithm wanted me to see you, I would have fought him and I would have whooped his ass, and that would have been cool. But my biggest beef is with Johnny Scream right now. I don't really like the way he's playing the game. It's frustrating me. Obviously I felt like I knew he was going to be out, like not going to be able to be around the match because he had a doctor's appointment, which I was.
And I told you I wasn't going to get involved either.
Cool with, and he said he wasn't going to get involved. And I know trusting the Jedi is something you should be cautious of. I did trust that the Jedi was not going to do it.
I didn't.
Now, Dougie, like. Let's be honest. I'm not scared of Dougie. I don't think Dougie would have the balls to step in the ring with me not one day.
When he jumped up on the apron to stop you from that cater bomb, bro, I about lost it.
JB and Dougie can do their thing all that they want to, but I was not expecting Aiden. Like that was kind of a shock. I was like, "What's your play in this to do that?" You know what I mean? Like to me, like I don't see as to why Aiden would want to do that. I don't really see how it benefits him. So that's something that I would like to figure out.
Yeah, absolutely. So I thought when he put the swing rope around your neck, I thought, oh wait, we got another friggin' unsanctioned moment here.
Yeah,
because she did get choked with a rope like that before.
Yeah, in the unsanctioned match.
Yeah, for sure. I was like, no, this is not about to happen to me again.
Yeah. I also watched the match the other day where KZ fought Matt, and that suplex and that tombstone you hit with absolute perfection, I'm telling you.
Yeah. That standing, that was good.
Yeah, that was brilliant. That.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, I mean, you took it like a boss and you delivered it like a boss. It was brilliant.
I'm glad you think that, because that was, and we had to redo that spot like a few times. So I took
not the vertical.
Not the vertical. No, I only took that once, but the other two, I had taken like 6 suplexes up until that point.
To get to that last one.
Yeah. It was a really good match. That.
Thanks, bro.
Oh, you're welcome, mate. No worries. I like any match that you guys do. You know, it's just brilliant. You know what I mean? So I was watching a few Hall of Fame videos the other day, WWE Hall of Fame, and I saw parts of the one where Hogan went in. Now, I'm not a fan of Hogan, never have been, but I respect the guy, and he helped, like we said last time, push WWE and WCW along because it wouldn't exist without him. But I also looked at it, and there's 4 people that are overdue an induction. I know that some of them have gone in with factions, but they need to go in, like solo. And one of them people, I think, is definitely Brian Pillman, the Loose Cannon. He needs to go in.
Yeah. We, at one point, had tried to do, or we wrote a storyline where we were going to do like a Brian Pillman award match. We were going to give it to Aiden a couple years ago for like being.
I do not recall this at all.
I wrote, because I found out that Brian Pillman, he like won this award when he played for the Bengals as being like the rookie of the year, or like the special teams accent of the year to the Bengals. That was where I got the original idea from. But,
okay.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of his match.
Hi.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, he's actually right in there.
Yeah,
I can. Yeah, you can knock at the door. He'll answer it.
My bad.
It's okay.
I think he's just watching TV.
No, it's me. Well, you got like a mountain supposed to get a wine.
Is everything okay, guys? Yeah, do you want me to?
You trying to hang?
Hold on a second.
You trying to hang? I guess. All right.
He'll be on in a second.
Yeah, Aiden's got a friend coming over. We're doing a podcast right now, so
Okay.
yeah, it's all good, brother. It's all good. Yeah, he was asking us about our opinion on who was it again?
Brian Pillman.
Brian
and
Pillman.
if
Yeah,
he
yeah.
should
I'm
be
probably in the Hall of Fame.
the Hall of Fame.
Is he part of the Hall of Fame in a faction though? You said, or
I think
no?
he might be with the Heart Foundation, but he's not.
Okay,
So.
they put him in with the Hart Foundation. That's right.
Okay.
And yeah, I would say so. I mean, he wasn't really that much of a WWF character, but as far as wrestling personality is concerned, he had a lot of really good WCW matches, and he helped Stone Cold Steve Austin learn how to be a wrestler. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, he gets a vote.
Yeah. The other one, I think, and this is obviously one that the fans want, but obviously we're probably never going to see, but he does deserve it. Owen Hart, he definitely deserves to go in.
Yeah, I think it goes without saying that Owen Hart should be given all the accolades that there is to give a wrestler. The fact that he was never the champion is kind of shit to me. They gave him his world championship match as the opening contest to WrestleMania, and then they still had the title defended like later on that night.
Yeah.
So I feel like any way they could shit on Owen Hart, they did up until the point where they bought him the cheapest clip possible to do his stunts on. So I don't think they're ever going to put Owen Hart in the Hall of Fame, although he probably wouldn't want to be in their Hall of Fame anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, the other one, where is it now? I remember years ago when Owen Hart was wrestling in Japan and he was fighting Jushin Liger.
Yeah.
Who's that? Jushin Liger?
Jushin Liger, yeah. I remember watching him in Japan years ago, and I was a kid back then, and I watched Japan, and Owen Hart was there, and he was in the ring with Jushin Liger, and it was really good. It was a really good match. It's probably one of the best Jushin Liger matches I've seen, and I've not seen many Jushin Liger matches because I'm not really a fan, but I think it was a pretty good match. I don't know if it's on YouTube, but if it is, I think it was in his Rocket persona at the time.
Okay. I'd be interested to watch that.
Okay. Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Familiar with who that is.
Jushin Thunder Liger. He was in WCW. He was a Japanese guy. He had the mask that had like the horns in it.
Oh.
Longer hair.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I know what you're talking about.
Let's take a question here from one of the guys we got in the chat. This is El Paw Business, and he said he's got a question. Since I'm fairly new and catching up, any inspirations from other companies? We all know the pioneers, but any new ones or recent ones? So is there any new recent inspirations that you get from other companies?
Other companies?
Yeah. I'll tell you one while you think. So, yes, another company is not a wrestling company. It's a TV show company. We've been watching a show called Vanderpump Rules. And at the end of every season, they do a reunion show where they bring all the people in who've been on the show, and they try to like have conversations and talk about stuff. I didn't realize that was going on in the show. And I thought for the end of this season, it would be a great idea to have a reunion show and have all the characters that have been on the show talk, and then some of them fight with each other. So we do take inspiration from other companies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You got an answer?
I mean, I feel like once in a while I'll see a move that I want to emulate or add to my arsenal. So I would say, if anything, that would be what I would take. Probably not their storylines or anything like that, but just different move sets. So.
Okay.
Probably not from AEW, probably from WWE. I don't really care for AEW as a women division. I've not been impressed by it, really. So the women inspiration I get is definitely from the women at WWE.
All right. Thanks for that question. All right, Cyrus, fire away.
Okay. Yeah, the other person I thought about the Hall of Fame is Bam Bam Bigelow.
Oh, yeah, he's got to go in this year, especially after the Dark Side of the Ring episode that came out on him.
Yeah,
he's
a great wrestler.
Yeah. I mean, I've never seen a big man do a moonsault and a cartwheel like Bam Bam could.
No.
Yeah, I feel like Big Boss Man had some moves too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I like Big Boss Man too.
Yeah. And the last one is Luna Vachon.
Oh, yeah. Well, her dad was a wrestler. I believe he's already in the Hall of Fame, the Mad Dog.
Yeah. I know. Sorry, go on, Matt.
Was that? Is he in the Hall of Fame? Were you about to say that?
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, I believe he is. Yeah, Mad Dog Vachon. I believe he is.
Okay, yeah, I think he is too. So I feel like it's in that right. She's been around wrestling and she helped pioneer the whole women's division. I feel like if it wasn't for Luna Vachon, there wouldn't have really been any heels in the women's division ever from like the 80s or 70s or whenever she started it on, because she was, as far as American wrestling was concerned, the only woman out there. I mean, there was Sherry Martel, but I feel like even Sherry kind of got her stick from Luna. So
Yeah.
I would go 100%. She gets my vote.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luna was just crazy. Yeah. I know Luna's in the legacy wing,
Luna.
but I don't think she's in the class wing as far as I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. LA Paul business. Very for sure. Sort of on the fence with Wendy Richter.
I'm not sure who that even is.
I've heard her name swung about a few times, but I have no idea who she is either. But
Okay. So yeah, so she's not going in as far as we're concerned.
Yeah. I remember Luna managing the likes of Bam Bam and also, I don't know if you remember this one, Bull Nakano.
No. I don't know who that is.
I don't remember Bull Nakano. She was only around for a short time, about a year or two in WWE, Bull Nakano.
Okay, I don't know.
I've never heard that name before.
No. She was in with the likes of Alundra Blaze, who was Medusa in WCW.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was she actually in WCW when Medusa was there?
I honestly haven't a clue, but I do believe that I think she went over there, but not for long. I can't remember. She was in WWE when.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I didn't know if she went with Medusa because I think Medusa came in and like put one girl over, and that was her whole WCW career.
Yeah, and throwing the title belt in.
That was her first night.
That was her main.
They had some girl try to break her neck. Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah,
I think she only had like 2 or 3 matches the whole time she was there.
Yeah. El Paul Business says she pile drove Alundra in a WWF ring during one of the WrestleManias in the 90s, but
oh, okay.
Yeah, I actually don't remember that, but
yeah,
I do remember that.
We'll have to look it up. I don't remember.
Yeah.
The old women's match at WrestleMania. I didn't even know they had women's matches at WrestleMania in the 90s. So that's news.
Yeah. I mean, some of the wrestlers that you mentioned obviously aren't going to be like, probably if you didn't watch WWE like in the early 90s or type thing, you're probably not going to remember half of the wrestlers that I mentioned. I watched wrestling in the 90s. I don't even remember half the wrestlers that are being mentioned these days myself.
Especially the Giants.
I just watch it to death. Yeah. I mean, the only real thing I remember from then is Barry Horowitz pinning Skip.
Oh, okay.
Don't remember much.
Yeah.
Because 1995 and 96 were terrible for WWE.
Yes.
For sure, yeah. Okay, so I mentioned a few match ideas to you both the last time, and you liked every single one of them, type thing. And I must admit, if you guys do the mouth washed out with soap match that I mentioned, I can't wait for the promos leading up to that one.
What is it called again?
Sorry.
Yeah. 13th.
Okay. That's a good idea, especially with Halloween coming up.
And it could be that, like, if you win the match, we have to watch all of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Okay.
And if I win the match, we have to watch all the Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah, I couldn't say Scream, obviously.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to go for them on the show.
I know.
But we could watch all the Friday the 13th or the Nightmare on Elm Street. Part 2 is hard to get through.
Yeah,
but I feel
I've
like
gone through it. I've already seen part 2 and I don't want to watch it again.
Yeah. Well, you can sit through all of them, just don't sit through that one.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, like I said, I mentioned like a few match ideas too, and you both liked them. So, I've got to admit, if you do the mouth washed out with soap match, I can't wait for the promos leading up to that one.
The mouth washed out with soap.
Oh, yes, that's what you said. Okay. Bro, I like that idea. But somebody would really have to get mouth in the soap. Soap in the mouth.
Yeah. It can happen.
Yeah, you never know. You never know with you two the amount of things that you come up with.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you'd almost have to be the one to lose.
I would have to be.
The fans are gonna want to see you spitting and doing a bunch of weird stuff.
Fucking with the bubbles, bro.
Oh, the bubbles, gurgling the soap.
Yuck.
It
Yuck.
would almost have to be the pump. And while she's gurgling the pump,
The pump.
I would tape the stick one and
Whoa,
rip it across your teeth.
whoa.
You'd get both.
No.
If it's me doing it, you're gonna get both. I'm gonna have one in my
Is
pocket.
that even humane?
Yes, I will have the bar soap in my pocket. So while you're gagging on the pump, I'm pulling the other one out and running it across your teeth.
Oh, you asshole,
Hang on a
bro.
minute. I remember on the last one I mentioned that, and you said that Kate, you said you were winning and he was losing.
I did say that?
You said you was winning and he was losing, and he agreed to lose it.
Why'd you have to remind her?
Did you agree to lose?
I guess.
Oh my god. I really just screwed myself right there into taking an L.
Well, now the fans aren't gonna know who's gonna lose.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
You wouldn't agree to lose. Maybe I'm feeling more agreeable today.
Mostly because it's Sunday.
Maybe.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So I'm like you guys. I come up with matches and try to come up with a different spin on matches like that's never been done or has been done, but with a few different spins on it. So like I've got a few match ideas here for you, but I had so many. I had to write a lot down and put them to one side, or would have been here till gone midnight.
Oh my.
So I shrunk my ideas down from about 15 to 20 to the few that I have here now, type thing. But if you want to hear the ones I wrote down on the other page, I'll read them out to you.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, so the first match idea I had was a whip-ass match where the loser gets lashed on the backside 10 times with a paddle, belt, whip, any weapon of your choice.
Yes.
I'll grab the whip.
Oh my god. This is great. What he's about to go grab. Because we were thinking about this and we ended up going to an estate sale. And found the craziest thing. I mean, for an estate sale, it seemed like a really obnoxious thing to own. Buying it was so embarrassing. Okay.
Yeah, because we bought this at an estate sale. So if you don't know what that means, it means that somebody has died. And this company comes in to sell all the belongings out of their house.
It's usually the family. It's like a garage sale, but for a house and somebody who died.
And we walked through this lady's whole house and came up with one item. And it was
So
this.
like a legit leather whip. It's even braided.
Ouch.
And look at the end. I ain't never seen nothing like this at the end. Multiple ropes with knots tied in them. Like whoever used this was sneaky as fuck.
So yeah, we want to have one of those matches and
Flipping heck. I'm glad you didn't find bloody ankles with it.
oh my
And
god.
they're the ass whipping match.
Ass whipping match. And that's the whip right there. And
Yeah,
the
wow.
fact that it's braided like this.
I was not expecting you to bring an actual fucking whip out.
No. That was $9.
That is gonna sting. Whoever gets whipped with that is gonna freaking hurt.
It's gonna hurt, bro.
I'll
It's
take
gonna
it.
hurt.
I'll take the spank.
You'll take it?
I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it.
You can't expect me to eat soap and take the whip.
No, if you eat the soap, I'll take the lashings.
Okay.
Oh dear. Well,
I'm known to
probably
put
not
the
one of the best
nasty
match
things in my mouth. Like tongue. Remember
Yeah.
that time I ate that liver tongue or
We
whatever?
did do a video where she was supposedly had her tongue ripped out of her mouth. And the way we did this
Yeah.
was I bought
He bought an actual tongue.
cow tongue and I
But
dipped
it
it
was
in
an
red food colour.
actual fucking tongue. I was like, you want me to put an actual tongue in my mouth and have you bite it out like it was my actual tongue?
And she was holding it and I was fucking yanking it with my teeth. And there was a crowd of people watching us
We
do
did
this
this
outside of this
we
bar.
did this at a bar, like in the back where people go to smoke and shit. So there's a bunch of drunk people out there. Like he's pretending to like manhandle me up against this fucking trash can. It's crazy.
This drunk guy goes, "That was the craziest
It's
thing
thing
I've
I've
ever
ever
seen." He's like, "How am I going to be able to watch this?" I was like, "It's going to be on YouTube."
That shit was crazy. But yeah, I'm just known to like I also bit into like some nasty beef when I was like Casey and I was eating
Oh yeah,
the great stomach or some shit.
yeah. When she actually ate that other character as Casey, that was real raw meat she was chewing on and eating.
I thought it was gonna taste better, honestly. I don't know why I say that. Honestly don't. I'm probably fucked up,
I
but
thought it was gonna.
I
Taste
really
good.
thought it was gonna taste better than that. So I mean, a little soap. Don't worry about it.
Fair enough. The other idea I had, and I got this from a match between Razor Ramon and the 1-2-3 Kid back in 1996, is a crybaby match where the winner has to dress the loser up in baby gear. So like diaper, poncho, rattle dummy, stuff like that.
Put a diaper on you and stick a bottle in your mouth.
The diaper thing is not gonna work. How am I gonna be a baby? I can't be the baby.
Well, you can put the diaper on me. I guess it doesn't matter who loses. But that's how you beat him. You knock him out, put a diaper on him, wrap it up.
Oh,
and
that's
stick
how
him.
you lose?
Yes.
If you put a diaper on them?
Yes, it's called the crybaby match. So you put the diaper on them, stick the bottle in their mouth, and cradle them.
First of all, he's going down. I can change a diaper in my sleep. I mean, if you don't know, we got quite a few kids, and I was a diaper changing person. I was.
No, that's not true. On that note, I gotta go grab another drink.
Grab two.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how that's going down. I can tell you right now. He don't even probably remember how to do something like that.
Yeah. The last two matches I've got here, I think you're gonna like, but I'll get to them in a second because I think you're gonna like these ones.
Okay, cool.
Put it this way, it's one of your specialities, Kate. So yeah, but I remember the Crybaby match being done in 95 or 96, and it hasn't been done since. So I think you guys could easily pull that one off.
Yeah. If anybody could put over a match like that, it's us. I feel like that's our specialty. Like the most ridiculous shit you can think of, we're gonna make it funny. And I think it's because we're married. That's what makes this shit really funny.
What up, Elder God? What up, bro?
Yeah.
Another guy who likes to comment a lot. Big fan of the show. He's been around for a long time. What's up, buddy? Welcome to the live stream.
What's up?
Yeah.
We're talking about match type ideas.
Yep. And I've run off a few already, but I'll repeat them if anyone wants me to. Who's just joined the stream. Another one I had was a body bag match or a body in the bag match. So I don't know if you guys remember when the Undertaker used to wrestle and he used to like finish his wrestlers off, and then he used to put them in a body bag and zip it up.
Well,
it's interesting that you say that because
when we first started the wrestling show, the first character that I parodied was the Undertaker.
Yeah,
I was killing Kate and different versions of Kate.
Yeah. So I would
and putting her in a body
parody
bag.
like different wrestlers because he was parodying the Undertaker. And honestly, for the first like couple months of us learning how to wrestle, it was pretty much just the Undertaker beating me over and over again, trying to teach me how to wrestle, kind of.
And putting you in different
and then
body
putting
bags.
me in body bags and like hauling me off. And that's honestly how I started wrestling.
We should have a body bag match.
We should.
We really should.
That's such an ode to how
it
we
should
got
be
started.
Kate versus the Dead Man.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Has to
Oh yeah, it would have to be. Yeah, without a doubt.
You have to lose this time. You beat the Dead Man the last two times you guys have fought. That motherfucker never loses.
Okay.
You have to get put in a body bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the idea I came up with was you guys could do a first one has to be put in the body bag to lose the match. So it's got to be like, put in the body bag zipped up. Or
And zipped up, in order to
Sure.
lose. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Love it.
Or a sleeping bag if you can't get hold of a body bag and, zip that up and tie it shut.
I'll get a body bag on Amazon right now. I
That's
bet you.
funny
I
as
bet
hell,
you they
bro.
sell them. I bet
Probably
you.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's clear, I'll spray paint that son of a bitch black.
Yeah. Yeah. So the last two ideas I've got, these are the ones I was mentioning to you, Kate. Hang on, sorry. Was an in your house dunk cue match where you fight in every room of the house, dunking and flushing each other in every water-filled appliance in the place. So like toilet, sink, bath, kitchen bowl. The one who comes out of the rooms with the most dunks and flushes wins the match.
Oh.
Okay, I didn't remember you saying whoever has the most dunks out of the so there's almost got to be a time limit, like a 20-minute time limit.
Like who gets dunked the most?
Yes. Sounds like a perfect match for like winter time.
Yes.
Honestly, when we can't
Yes.
go outside and do
Yeah.
dunk cue matches, and there can even be a pool set up outside too.
Yeah, yeah,
There'll be like a layer of ice over it, so when we
Yeah.
fall in, it kind of shatters.
Yeah.
yeah,
That would be dope.
yeah. Yeah, so like, if like you get the most, if like the match ends in a draw or something, then when you get to the ring, you have bottles of water in the ring, and the first one to tip water over their opponent actually wins the thing if like the match goes in a draw.
Oh my God. So it could go to, at the end of 10 minutes or 20 minutes, we both got 6 dunks.
Yeah.
So it's like the tiebreaker.
Oh
There's
my
3 bottles of
God.
water in the ring or whatever. Whoever dumps a bottle of water on their opponent first wins. That's fun. Yeah, I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah. And the last one I had was a dunk you match, but I had to add on to it. So I came up with a dunk you, I quit match, where the only way to win is by dunking your opponent repeatedly in the water head first until you say, I quit.
I love that. I love that. I'm doing that this week.
Well, I actually am coming up with an idea. Because since Caitlin now is not the #1 contender to the Galactic Championship or the Galactic Champion,
We'll see about this. This is up.
There could be some type of #1 contenders match that you could challenge me for. And it could be a dunk you, I quit match. And honestly, bro, it could just be an I quit match and the fucking pool is just there. And that's how it ends, is with me repeatedly dunking your ass over and over in the pool until you have to quit because you can't breathe.
What makes you think Kate's going to lose?
I know she's about to lose if we have this match.
Why?
She's going down. I'm going to YouTube Mania.
Oh my.
I'm going to be in the main event. I already fucking sat on the sidelines the whole summer.
And you know what
whole
you need
summer.
to do is, you know, that challenge you were talking about with
Get out of
Junior.
here.
That, like I said, that's more your place. Let me deal with the You're already part of Team Scream. Like, you're going for JB. Like, you can't. How are you going to challenge your best friend?
Because I know what the fans want to see, and it's 2 bulls going at it in the ring. YouTube Mania 6 for the Galactic Championship. While
You don't
Kate
even
is
give
the
a
ring
fuck
bell
about
lady.
his best friend. Look at him. You don't even
What do you
care.
mean? I'm going to give him the best match of his life.
You helped your friend get the title, and now you want to take it from him. Like, what sense does that make?
I want to give him a good rub.
Shut the fuck up. He doesn't. He's so full of shit.
I
think I might
appreciate
just
it.
See who ends up where coming YouTube Mania.
Yeah, the season finale is coming up, and I feel like I've been waiting the whole season for this, but now it's my turn. You guys already had your matches. I'm coming in, so sit back and you can watch and ring the bell.
Shut the. Oh my God, we're gonna have to start talking because I'm literally about to fucking punch you.
This guy said he's gonna have to agree with Caitlin. Come on, Joe Wrestling.
Thank you.
She signed the agreement.
Thank you.
No more matches.
No, nobody give a fuck about contracts. Sometimes you gotta, save face, sign a little contract. There's a loophole everywhere. I'm gonna play this game. Remember what I said in my promo? Like, I can out drink you and out think you.
Whoa.
It's a pretty epic thing.
Cheers, Caitlin. Good line.
Y'all know it's true. You know it's true.
Anyway, what are your other matches?
She signed a hold harmless agreement, so, she can still hand on the screen.
Yeah, you did sign a whole harmless agreement.
I did. I know I did.
So
I'll
you can
talk
still
to the chairman.
listen.
Of course, you're going to talk to the chairman.
I'm going to talk to the chairman.
Good luck.
Because at the end of the day, I feel like the algorithm is going to mean a whole hell of a lot more than some stupid agreement.
Well,
We'll see.
we'll see.
Yeah. I think I might just cause a bit of a wall there now.
A little bit,
Just a bit.
but it's fine. This is how things need to be. I can't get too close to the Jedi.
I'm going to start filling the pool up.
You start filling the pool up. That's what you want to go do right now. Fine. I will take the last questions. Go fill the pool up.
You want me to dunk you? Yeah.
No, I don't want to be
Keep talking.
dunked.
Keep talking.
I already wanted to fight you earlier. Now you want to take it to the pool? Like, you didn't want to take it like a man earlier.
I like the dunk you stipulation idea. No, I mean, I beat you in the ring enough times. I've not beat you in a dunk you match. So I need a little redemption there.
Yeah, you haven't beat me in a dunk you match.
No, I
So what makes me even so confident?
Because it's my time now.
She's just
Yeah,
died.
this is Caitlin's speciality match, so
His time.
This is my time.
And
bro.
like the hardcore match too. Like okay, let's be
You
honest.
lost your first hardcore
Let's be
match.
honest with the hardcore match. I
You
was
lost
whipping
it.
his ass and I was showing him how the fuck it was done. And I don't give a fuck. So he like wrapped me up in the swing. It's fine. I got my get backs afterwards. I hit him with a fucking football. I hit him with the fucking cater bomb.
And the chair.
And the fucking chair. Did you see that chair shot?
I saw it.
Yeah. All right. So he tried to hit me with the body slam. And I'm going to say really tried. Because that was the worst body slam. It didn't. I was fine afterwards. That's why I came back at the end.
Yeah.
He's not a threat to me. But he needs people like you, Dougie and Aiden, just to get him by on some bullshit. Nobody thinks he's a legit champion. Nobody thinks he's better than I am. That's what it is. Okay. Let's get on to the next subject before I hurt your ego.
Yeah, before you kill each other. Yeah. So
Elder God said he's got a couple of events that he might be doing next year. Hopefully I can have his first match so I can be a part of my World Championship tournament. Well, good luck, Elder God.
Yeah, good luck, man. Good luck. Hope it works out for you, pal.
Good luck, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel a bit guilty putting these matches on you guys. If I work 4,000, 5,000 miles away in the UK, I come take part in half of them myself.
You're going to have commentary on them, I'm sure.
I usually do, yeah.
You got the most pinned comments on the wrestling show. I can guarantee that.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
The commentator with the most pinned comments.
Oh, that's good anyway. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'll take it.
It's good.
Is it good? Right.
Favorite comments.
Yeah, you gotta pin the best.
And that's the one that I want the fans to see first, because it always shows that while you're watching the video. It might not show all the comments, but it's definitely going to show that first one to the fans.
Right.
First,
I appreciate that, man. No, I appreciate that, man. I really do. So on the last one, I came up with some characters for you both, and you seem to really like them as well. So obviously, I came up with a few more. If you guys want to, hear what I came up with.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay. So Matt, the first one I came up with for you is someone called Ray Zing. So short for Raymond and Zing. So it's like raising the dead type thing. He's a zombie-like character who's like the Undertaker. No matter how much you hit him, he gets back up. He stays down long enough for the 3 count, but when he does go down, he tries to take chunks out of his opponent or grab him when he goes down, when the opponent tries to cover him.
Tries to take chunks out of the opponent when he covers him.
Yeah, so sort of like a violent type character.
Okay, that's really cool. I like the name.
Yeah, say the name again?
Ray Zing. Yeah. So Ray short for Raymond and Zing, so like raising the dead.
Yeah, I like that actually. That's pretty cool. Pretty creepy.
Yeah.
We're still looking for a character for me to do that paints his face. I know we had talked about that Jester Jones last time.
Yeah. I've actually got an idea for that, Matt. A few paragraphs down, so I can run that by you as well if you like, and what have you.
Okay.
Because I came up with a few ideas for that for you. That zombie character I came up with from Resident Evil 1 with the lab coat wearing zombies and stuff. I thought, no, I'll run that idea by Matt, see what he thinks.
You can send me a picture of what the guy looked like in Resident Evil.
Oh, well, yeah. I'll send it to you, and I'll send it to you on your Gmail.
Okay.
For sure. Okay, so I came up with one for you, Kate, and I don't think this has ever been done before, as far as I know, anywhere. I came up with a female, giant-style character type thing who does uncanny feats of strength and can knock an opponent down with a simple flick. Yeah, okay, so you've heard of the old wives' tale, obviously Fee, Fi, Fo, Fum, I Smell the Blood of an Englishman, all that.
Yeah.
Well, I thought, I don't know how I come up with these names, they just come off the top of my head sometimes. So I came up with a name, I thought you could call yourself, sorry, hang on, I've just lost myself here. I thought you could call yourself Fee, Fi, Fo. So Fee, short for Fiona or Fifi, and Fifo.
Fifo.
Okay, that's cool. Fiona, that's actually a really cool name.
Yeah. And the tagline I had was, instead of being I smell the blood of an Englishman, you could simply say I smell blood, or I smell the blood of whoever you're in the ring with.
Yeah. That's really cool. I like that idea a lot.
I do too, actually.
Yeah, it's actually a really good one.
Yeah. I thought about that. I just came up with it one day. I thought, wow, I don't know if these guys have ever done this sort of character before.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool if you would be like, I can smell your blood, and you'd be like, it's type O. That's my favorite blood type.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. Yeah. Another one I had that I don't think has been done since the days of Hakushi in WWE. So I thought of a ninja style character called Faye Tally. So like Faye and then Tally, so like type thing. So the name's Faye.
Okay.
Faye Tally. Yeah, basically is the name. So
he likes doing the play on the first name
Yeah,
and the last name.
I love that.
We don't have any characters that are like that.
Yeah, we don't. So I really want one of these. That's actually a really cool idea. Very creative.
Like Justin Credible was the one guy that I can think of who actually has done it before.
Yeah. Like you said, I play off I go off like names. Like I can just sit there and think. Right, okay, I want to think of a name so I can I'll like if I can't think of like something like in the name of a ninja, I'll go like that Faye Tally, and I'll go in like wives' tales like 354 and stuff like that, and come up with names like that. Basically, you know what I mean. So if you can't do the full name, you can do the shortened version of it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So it's a ninja who comes to the ring in like a similar to the Shredder from like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something from Tenchu, the game that you used to have on the PlayStation, something like that.
It's like Shredder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's karate style moves type thing, you know.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Glacier?
Yeah, that's the first thing that I thought of was Glacier.
Yeah, I like that.
I like Glacier.
Yeah.
I think everybody liked Glacier to an extent. I mean,
he was cool.
He was a character. How do you can't dislike him? And if you do dislike him, it's because you're falling for his heel gimmick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But otherwise, he had a great character, a great persona about him.
Yeah.
He did for sure, yeah.
I mean, he's a good fighter. He's a hell of a good fighter.
It was, yeah. I just don't think he got the rub in WCW that he should have done.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Well, WCW was past those hokey gimmicks.
Yeah.
So if they would have taken Glacier and fucking joined him in the NWO, and put a shirt on him, instead of his Power Rangers outfit.
Man, I liked his Power Rangers outfit
at first, as he broke in. Yes, but they needed to transition him to more of a real person. Instead of keeping him on his nose when he fights.
Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to see him with the NWO.
Then he could have joined the Harlem Heat or something like that, but he needed to break away.
Have a different gimmick than what it was.
Join a group, because at that time you were only going to get over if you were in a faction. Hence LWO, the Four Horsemen, NWO, and other mini factions that came after that.
You sure?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you look at Randy Orton when he first came in, and you think, is he going to stay? Is he going to go? He joined Evolution, and then he became what he is now, 20 odd years later.
If it wasn't for Evolution, who knows what would have happened to Randy Orton?
Yeah, good point.
He might not have had the career that he did.
Yeah. No. But yeah, props to Randy Orton, because I like him. I think he's a good wrestler. I don't know if fans slate him and all like him, but that's because they think he's Randy's course. But I don't think he has, because Randy can play a good face and he can play a better heel, I think.
When Randy was with Matt Riddle and he was doing his face gimmick there, that was the best / funniest Randy's ever done. And when Randy was feuding, or when Randy was a team with Edge, I really liked him then too. That was probably the best.
Rated RKO.
Yeah, I loved Rated RKO.
Me too.
Yeah. So, obviously, I'm a former wannabe writer from my teens into my late 20s. That's how I come up with these characters and matches for you.
Okay.
So sometimes I create characters and concepts just like that but sometimes I have to sit and think about them. So when I gave you the character of the Jester, Matt, he was actually a character that I lifted from one of the books I used to write. But he was written as a gangster, so he wasn't written as a sort of clown. He was sort of written he had the similar traits he'd do a cackle laugh when he was killing people, and he'd dance around the bodies when he was whacking them and stuff like that. So that's sort of the character I came up with for you type thing. And goes nuts on people when he's beating them up. Yeah. So, I also thought, Matt, if you played that character but didn't want to shave your beard off, Have you ever seen The Devil's Rejects, where Sid Haig plays Captain Spaulding and he has like the beard shadowed in with the face paint?
Yes.
You could probably do something like that.
Oh yeah.
Something like that, yeah. Or you could do like say half and half, like say a half, like Sid Haig type character, and say a half Joker or something.
Or I could just paint the smile in the beard. Even though I have the beard, I could still do the face paint around it, just paint over it. When I played the devil one time, and I didn't shave my beard off, I just painted the whole thing red.
Yeah,
I think I left like part of it black.
He plays a great devil.
Yeah. You both play really good characters, type thing, no matter what that character is. So, any characters that you guys play, you pull off really well.
Yeah, that's a cool character though. I like the gangster aspect of it, honestly.
Yeah, it makes me feel like Jack Nicholson's Joker from the Batman because he was a gangster.
Yeah. But
he was. Yeah,
always a cool fucking gimmick, and we're Italian, so
I like where.
You could bring him in as a gangster clown or something. Something like that. Could be like a gangster clown or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think that's ever been done before.
No, I'm gonna keep on working on that idea in my mind. We're doing a Halloween show, so this season is gonna end with YouTube Mania 6.
Yeah,
we're starting back up with season 13, and it's gonna kick off with the Screw City Battle Royal Rumble. I think it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So we can debut brand new characters as soon as next month or two, or whenever we start this next season. So this character is literally on the cusp of who I'm going to pick, because for every season I only pick a few characters to play.
Yeah, we always change it.
And I've been playing the Dead Man almost every season, and I've been playing the hell out of Monsignor, so I'm about done with those characters.
Time for a change.
So I would be really ready to bring in somebody new or two new characters this next season.
Yeah, I like the magician. I don't remember his name, but that's been a segment I've wanted to recreate.
Yeah, we talked about that in the last podcast. Just like that magician character.
Yeah, and it's from a long time ago. Nobody's even seen it. And was he like the Great Monsignor or some shit?
Yeah.
And he played this character one time, and he was a magician. It was kind of scary and creepy, but he did like funny magic tricks, like making me disappear, which is easy to do.
Which I could mix that in with the jester gangster.
He made me get into a bunch of like cardboard boxes, and he made this big saw, which was clearly fake, but it was so obnoxious. And then he started like
that was the funniest thing I've ever filmed.
It was like an I Love Lucy. I don't know if you know that TV series, but it's like a comedy skit almost like that. And I've wanted to bring it to the wrestling show for such a long time. It's like one of the first movies I ever made with you.
Yeah, probably.
So I don't know. You have a lot of characters to choose from.
Yeah. I definitely.
Yeah. Joe Wrestling says he's definitely looking forward to season 13.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I'm putting it up here now. Yeah, 13. Can't believe we've been doing it for this long.
Is that how many seasons?
This is gonna be, we're on season 12 right now. And YouTube Mania 6 is the finale.
Yep.
And that's the next thing we're shooting. And we're starting filming that next week, in the next couple of days.
Because we do about 2 seasons a year.
Yeah. Probably.
Jeez.
Take a few weeks off in between. Maybe.
Yeah. So I I remember I had the idea of castrator. Castrator, if you remember me mentioning that character to you.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
You said you was about bringing
I like that one a lot.
Yeah. I remember running an idea by you about that. But instead of her finishing her matches with a low blow, which results in her getting DQ'd all the time, because I think the fans expect you to lose all the time if that happens.
Yeah.
She, instead of her finishing her matches with a low blow and that, she could instead win the match clean and then deliver a few low blows after the match. And if she loses, she pretends to be a sportsman and she at the end and then hits him with a low blow anyway.
Yeah, that's a really great idea.
Yeah. I also thought, I remember your KZ character where you emphasised the Y in her name.
Yeah, I did do that.
Yeah, I thought you could do that with castrate his second name, like put a Y in there, so Stray.
Yeah. That's a good
Like
idea.
that, you know? Yeah. So yeah, it's like I just came up with them ideas, you know. When I was like, yeah.
You really put a lot of thought into all of that. It's really cool.
Yeah, like I said, I'm a former wannabe writer from my teens into my late 20s and what have you. So that's how I create these characters and come up with them.
That's
And,
so
like,
cool.
obviously,
It's really cool.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, obviously, I've got to find some more out. But if I can find anything else I wrote in my younger years, I'll definitely bring them out to you. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And like this next season, we're going to be bringing out new characters. It's not going to stay the same. We usually try to like flip seasons and bring in new characters. So I'm excited to, pick out one of those.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, if like you forget some of the characters I mentioned, like if not, I've got them on paper here. I can always repeat them to you. No problem at all.
Right, for sure.
Yeah. I just came up with them. Them ones I came up with today. I came up with them just off the cuff one day. Like Matt said, I think of names. I can sit there for hours thinking of names. Sometimes I can be in bed. I can just go out and I think, I'll write that down. Straight away writing it down. Because I know if I fall asleep, I'm going to forget it.
Right. It's really cool how you can come up with names like that. I feel like I'm not as good. Like all of my names, I feel like I've come up with like somebody else told me to go with it. I'm just like, whatever you tell me to do, I'll do.
Yeah.
I don't really name things.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it is hard to come up with names, like, you know what I mean, type thing. Like I said.
It's not my forte. I'm not like good at that. So it's really cool that you came up with all those.
Yeah. Well, it's like one of them things. Like I said, I can sit there and I can think of them. Sometimes they come to me like that. Sometimes I got to think like, fatal or raising or something like that. So, yeah. So, okay. So, obviously, you guys are like an inspiration to anyone who wants to do anything, type thing. Like you guys have done the wrestling show. You've made a real success of it. You've got a massive fan base. You know what I mean? It's really good what you guys do. Like I said the last time, and if anyone wanted to do something like this, tune into you guys and watch what you do. Because you are an inspiration to anyone who wants to do anything they want to do, you know what I mean? So
feels good to hear that.
Yeah.
Glad you feel that way.
I do, mate. Yeah, I do definitely. Yeah. I know last time I said like I'm a fan of yours. Can't remember exactly what I said, but I've played the podcast back a lot of times, and you guys got me back into wrestling. So, and you can get anyone who hated wrestling. You can get them back into wrestling definitely just by watching your show alone.
Funny you say that. That was literally my goal at the beginning of making this wrestling show. I was like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go all in, and I'm not going to like half-ass none of it. If we're going to make a wrestling, because that's what all the other wrestling shows, in my opinion, do is just half-ass everything. And I'm like, no, I'm going to actually take my time, dedicate my mind to this craft, and make sure that it's a consistency throughout. And I'm not letting other people come in and run the show or take things over or hijack this or be the main part of this. It's like everything falls in line with the vision of the show. And I think that's what makes good wrestling shows have longevity, is it's just a couple people who create the show. They take inspiration from a few different areas, and it all follows along of the same common storyline.
Yeah, in the same pace. Yeah, I mean, I've seen people on YouTube doing wrestling videos, but they're like wrestling all over the house, like power bombing each other on like beds and clotheslining each other in bedrooms. And I'm thinking, good on you. You know what I mean? Kate and Matt have got like a wrestling ring in the back garden, so they don't need to power bomb each other on a bed. They've got a wrestling ring in the back garden. They're like you. So yeah, there's people out there that must have taken their inspiration from you guys.
Bro, before there was the wrestling show, there was no people wrestling in their houses on YouTube.
There wasn't, no. I never
There was nobody wrestling in Walmart until I started giving her tombstones in Walmart. Then all of a sudden, like TikTok blew up with people wrestling at Walmart.
I know. They did.
Yeah. People taking your ideas, basically.
Oh, yeah. There was never anybody wrestling in their house and having escape the house matches until we came up with this type of shit.
Yeah.
There was no matches that fought through the yard into the backyard. Fucking, I feel like Kate did a backyard match, and then Impact did one.
They did.
The next 2 weeks.
They did. And in this backyard match, I wore cowboy boots.
And they wore the same costumes and everything. Ripped it off totally.
Yeah.
It made me so frustrated. Who was that? It
Mickey
was
James and somebody else.
And that was it not Tessa Blanchard.
Was it
face.
Was it Victoria from WWE from years ago?
No.
It was
a younger.
It was an Impact, and she was putting over some younger girl.
All right.
God, I parried her one time.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna be able
Too many dark-haired indie wrestlers.
It's not Becky Lynch, is it?
No.
It was on Impact Wrestling.
Right, Impact Wrestling.
Right now that I can't.
Yeah, I would have never known it, but somebody had sent it to us. Like, look, didn't you guys just do this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I ever watch other wrestling shows is when people send me the clips.
And it was 2 girls. It was me and another girl, and I don't always wrestle girls. You know what I mean? That's kind of few and far in between, especially now. So for them to see 2 girls
do
completely try to rip off what I just did was really annoying. And that match got like thousands of views. Like it popped off.
It's got hundreds of thousands of views.
Yeah, no, it's got hundreds of thousands of views now. And then to see it just completely ripped off in a much worse way. Like, I feel like mine was actually backyard. They were just trying to do backyard, but they had no idea what they were doing outside of the wrestling ring. That's for sure.
But at least we're inspiring other people to do stuff. That's what this was starting off with. Was like he was saying that we're being an inspiration to other wrestling shows, other wrestling companies.
I get a little more annoyed by it personally.
Yeah.
Especially when it's somebody that comes in and like you're already known as a wrestler, so you just like automatically get a bunch of accolades for something that I just did, but I'm just not as well known as these females, even though I think what I'm doing is better.
Yeah.
Imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. So let them imitate us.
Yeah.
And be flattered by it.
I feel the same way about things that happen on
often imitated, never replicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Because years ago, as I mentioned to you on the last podcast, I was on about doing podcasts, and one of the guys I was really aiming to get on the show was Triple H because he was like my idol. I like Triple H type thing. Well, my one for podcasting went away after a bit, but then when I stumbled across you guys, I wanted to try my hand at them. So you guys inspired me to do podcasts type thing again. So you are an inspiration type thing to anybody who wants to do anything. It doesn't whether it be wrestling, podcasts, anything.
Well, bro, you're live on YouTube right now.
That's really sweet. I'm glad that people like our stuff enough.
He's been inspired to go live. Yeah. Like, not everybody can do that.
Yeah.
So props to you.
I'm glad that what we do is inspiring and uplifts people to do what they truly want to do, whatever it is.
Kate is a pioneer, the Undertaker fan says.
That's really sweet to say.
Cheers.
Yeah, I mean, and just besides wrestling, it's like I had to give up a whole other realm of life and take a huge chance on what could have been absolutely nothing. And the fact that it turned out to be like the best thing that ever happened to me, I'm glad that other people see that too, so they can go pursue whatever it is that they want to do and get out of whatever situation, bad, unfulfilling.
Yeah.
To do something that they actually want to do and that they feel makes a difference.
So I'm just trying to find myself here again. I just bit the bullet one day and I suggested it to you guys, and you shot me your email address, and we went ahead and did the podcast, set the date, and just did it. Honestly, one of the best experiences I had was podcasting you guys.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was so much fun. And like I said, nobody, like, you had asked us questions about like how we got to where we were, like what we were like in like high school, growing up and stuff. Like, that's not questions we get often.
No, because most people, like you say, or we were talking about earlier, aren't like this nice. You said you were shocked at how humble and nice we are. Most people that we talk to don't think that we are doing anything that's a pioneering event. A lot of people think we're wasting our lives.
Some people do. I mean, some people really appreciate what we do on the wrestling show, but there's definitely a group of people, and they're indie wrestlers.
And they would rather make fun of us.
Right? And they're going to act like we're less than them because we haven't been like trained by whoever they were trained by or whatever they think a proper training is.
They just can't handle the fact that we're doing something different.
But none of them would step in the ring with me. I promise you that, to see who knows what when.
No.
I'll tell you, they wouldn't do it. They'll critique me in my wrestling, but they certainly wouldn't step in the ring with me because they know I would like little boy them.
Yeah.
There ain't really no female wrestlers around here. All the indie wrestlers are pretty much men.
Yeah.
Which they couldn't possibly let a female into that world.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but I mean, like you're obviously going to get your critics and that. You're going to get people who are going to criticize you, but that's just the way it is. That's the way the internet works, isn't it?
It's the name
Putting yourself
of the
out
game.
there, yeah.
It's the name of the game.
It is, yeah. I mean, you know, you don't get where you are if you get like, you know, a lot of nice comments. You're gonna get this and that, and then
Yeah. You have to take the good with the bad for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Once you go.
It's interesting how like those faction of people aren't even on the internet. They're like real life people that you like run into like face to face. Like they don't come attack you on the internet, but in the real life, if they see you, it's only nothing but disrespect to your face.
Yeah, it's a whole different group of haters. You got your online haters and then your in-life haters.
Right. The online stuff. Honestly, I personally don't feel like I get a whole lot of hate.
No.
Online. I've been lucky. I'm not going to say that I haven't gotten people to say bad things about me. I definitely have, but the ones that say bad things about me are the ones that I've known. Like
they'll be the people in real life.
They're the real life people. They're not these internet people. They try to make it seem like they're internet trolls, but it's like I actually know who you are. Like you know,
only get positive messages.
Yeah. You live in the same city as me. That's why you're giving me hate.
Yeah.
But outside of my city, I feel like I don't really feel it.
Yeah, let's see him live next door to you and let's see the goalposts change then.
Right.
Well, let's see.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, obviously, like you know, you'll only get humble and positive comments from me, and also the people who are on this chat here will the same. So you'll get nothing but positivity from me in that because you know what I mean.
And that's usually what I feel. Like I said, especially online.
This is what we get. Kay's my favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
Or Casey's my favorite character.
And especially on my own like videos, I feel like, and even other social media sites like Instagram, I rarely get somebody saying something bad.
Yeah.
Snapchat, rarely bad comments on Snapchat. TikTok's a different story, but I keep getting kicked off of TikTok, so
yeah.
I can't keep a TikTok to save my life. I stopped even trying, and then he tried for me, and then it got deleted again. I'm like, see, TikTok.
The wrestling show still has a TikTok.
The wrestling show's going over.
It's been close to being banned quite a few times, but it's still there.
Yeah. It's unreal. Like you're on TikTok, and they're not letting the people who host it. You know, host it. Like, doesn't make sense. Yeah. So I thought the other day, like at some stage, I would like to interview two of your most famous characters, and obviously those two people, the Dead Man and KZ. Obviously, I'm not going to interview. I'm not going to interview
KZ.
Yeah,
that would be funny. KZ, yeah.
I've done an interview with KZ before.
I
have. I've practiced for it. I definitely could do it. It's really weird when I put the makeup on and I put the hair up and I like, you know, put the outfit on.
Yeah.
I really can turn into that character. And once I'm there, it's like no taking me out.
Yeah. No doubt about that. But I thought I'll not do it tonight because I don't have the questions for it. And two, I sure as heck do not have the courage to interview them characters, particularly KZ.
She is crazy.
I would have to apologize in advance for what comes out of my mouth.
Yeah. I think the only person who'd be able to interview them would be actually Cyrus, 3D, the guy who I have in this mask here. I think he'd be the only one who could
Oh, Cyrus the Mask.
I like it. I like it.
That would be cool. Sounds like a good future episode.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, definitely without a doubt. Because unlike you guys, once I put that mask on, this thing here, I slip into character almost instantly. So, yeah. So, whereas you guys slip into character with KZ, Deadman, whoever, I slip into character with that guy, Cyrus. And believe me, he's not the most.
But Deadman in real life is not scary at all. He's actually really funny.
Yeah, everybody laughs at me when I'm the Deadman.
So how he gets away with killing people or like putting people in body bags and even winning a match when you see his actual character is like Cap.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're gonna laugh because I have a hard time like not singing that stupid song
Cap.
the whole time.
He ain't scary at all. But Casey in the real life, you don't really want to go down that road.
At least you got the stammer sorted anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hey, you nearly got arrested anyway, didn't you, when you wrestled in that storage container?
Oh my
I nearly got arrested twice. Yeah, the storage container was one time, and the other time was when we wrestled in the ditch in the front yard.
It's never me. It's always him. It's always somebody thinking that he is like domestic violence.
Even though I'm usually dressed up in the most ridiculous outfit every time it happens, so it's like you can't
we
take this
we
guy
got
seriously.
cameraman, we got ladders set up, we got weapons. It's like completely staged.
Yeah, just because because I seem like I'm a male or a male aggressor in the situation, you would probably.
But
take
that
into
one time, it was
consideration.
just because I was screaming like a pregnant woman giving birth in the storage locker. That's why they came, because they literally thought somebody was giving birth.
Which apparently happens in storage lockers. People give birth and then sell the kids. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, we didn't know that was a thing.
But the cop was telling us all about it. Yeah, it's probably got over here in McChesney Park. They go, really?
I've been giving birth in storage lockers.
Yeah, and selling them on the black market. Thank God it wasn't
God.
us. But now that I know that's a thing, maybe it'll be our next gig.
Yeah, that one was a little ridiculous. Now the second one is like I give Officer Fish a little pass because he was pulling up and he fucking powerbomb the shit out of me. I was like, what did you think that was gonna look like to a cop as he's rolling up?
A rehearsed wrestling move. Now let me finish working.
He's like,
You do your job right.
I've seen you pick her up and throw her on the ground.
She's fine.
You never see your videos on YouTube, flipping heck. You should have done if if he'd have watched your shows, he probably wouldn't have realized.
I think they all watch it now.
They do.
Oh, yeah,
they get caught on that twice. And we did get a loud complaint at the last YouTube Mania, right?
But they knew who we were. The cops are not shy to talk about us. They call us WrestleMania in Rockford.
Yeah.
They don't even call us the wrestling show. They call it WrestleMania because that's the wrestling phrase that apparently the cops all know universally. They got WrestleMania going on again, is what they'll say whenever they get a call about us.
Yeah.
That cop was super cool, though. He's like, I'm going to act like I care what's going on back here, but I really don't care. I'm just doing it for shows with other people. He's like, just don't use the microphone. I'm like, okay.
It was just Big Boy who was screaming into the mic.
It was Kato.
And Kato, there was a couple guys that were screaming
that
into the
microphone,
mic.
and he started fucking going hard. Like, it was kind of unexpected. So maybe no mic at YouTube Mania will be the thing.
What we're going to do at YouTube Mania is we're going to actually film pre-match and post-match interviews like we used to do at the old WrestleMania in the garage with the good microphone.
Okay.
On a separate setup camera.
Okay.
So I have the plans for the mic. So no one's going to be cutting promos in the ring.
Yeah.
At YouTube Mania. It's all going to be on the set.
For sure. For sure.
We're changing it up this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sounds good. Sounds like YouTube Mania is going to definitely be another one to watch like they have been for the last 6 years. You've been doing them for sure.
And what we're going to do this time, too, it's not all going to be one long episode. It's going to be every match is going to be a match. And then, like, the next minute, the next one comes out. So each match is going to be in sequence, but it's not going to be one long hour or so video. It's going to be separate.
Yeah, so it's going to come out all day long,
Yeah.
essentially. So it's not going to come out all at once. We're trying something different and releasing matches throughout the entire day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, every match will be a live premiere during the day of YouTube Mania.
Yeah.
Right. So you're basically putting another different spin on it, really, aren't you? Rather than
we're evolving it.
Yeah.
It's evolve. I like to evolve it every year. If we're doing the same thing 2 years in a row, I'm not making any progress.
I think it's going to be better. I think it's going to be longer. I think that it's going to just change the way we do it.
It's going to get way more views in a day. I tell you that.
Yeah. Each match is going to get a view, not the whole entire segment.
Episode. Yeah. So instead of the algorithm getting a little bump, it's going to be like, holy shit, what happened on this day?
Yeah. It's a good idea. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. So the last one, when we mentioned the bull rope match last time, or the strap match that I mentioned to you, did your video get 1 million views in the end? Yeah,
it did.
Yeah.
The bull rope
So
match
it's a million.
does have 1 million views on it
Yep.
and growing every day. It's one of our top 3 grossing rated.
And there
videos.
will be a bull rope match number 2.
Yes.
There will be.
And it might come out during the off season.
Yeah.
So in between season 12 and 13, there
Yeah.
might be one just off match.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
going to be that. We
Yeah.
thought about putting it at YouTube Mania, but it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. There's no storyline leading up to it. It's more of an off-season match.
Yeah, it definitely is an awesome.
Yeah, of course, yeah, absolutely, yeah. So it's definitely going to be one of the matches that's going to be definitely one to watch.
Now I'm going to buy a rope. I've already been looking. We're going to actually use a rope this time, and we're going to duct tape it to our hands. And you're still going to have to tap all 4 of the posts.
Yeah.
But we're going to use a real rope, not a strap. A lot of fans, that was the only criticism we got from the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Was people were like, why did you call it a bull rope match and using a leather strap? I was like, well, first of all, it was a custom video, and I used exactly what the customer ordered. So that's the way that it went.
It was
down.
a custom.
It was.
I swear to God, our custom videos go off.
Yeah, a lot of times the custom videos, like Cyrus here, the custom fans take their
Yeah.
time to write the
Yeah,
stuff
we
out.
really do try to do that.
Yeah, I think we're doing our best, but I can't say that when I see people give me gold.
Yeah.
So, wow, I could have
yeah.
never came up with that.
Yeah.
Like the
yeah,
questions he asks, I could have
Sure.
never come up with those questions
Right.
I ask you.
for sure.
We got Joe Wrestling says he also likes Pedro and Juan. Their masks are so cool. We also have Carhartt Billy, who's a trio of Lucha
Yes.
Libres. But
And
yeah,
we definitely have more storyline to go over with them for sure.
they will be involved in YouTube Mania 6 for
Yeah.
sure.
for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. So, Carhartt Billy, he's a really good character for him. I thought when I first saw him in ring, I thought, wow, that's a really good character.
Funny too.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I've obviously not seen it since, but I like to watch your matches back quite a lot when I go back in the seasons and I watch because before you mentioned it, I didn't even know that bull rope match existed. So when the strap match, so I watched that. And I thought, wow, I did not see this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. You think they would have recommended it to you at some
Yeah,
point.
you would have thought.
Yeah.
That's one of our most viewed
Thanks a lot,
matches.
YouTube.
Yeah. That match is actually really good. Takes place in a boxing ring
Yes.
too, which
Yeah,
boxing
it
rings
does.
are.
If you don't realize
A
the
bitch.
difference of a boxing ring is the wrestling rings have wood that bounces like a trampoline.
Yeah.
it
Boxing
does,
ring has wood that's drilled in
Yeah.
like the deck. So when you take moves on
Yeah,
it,
into hard
it
boards,
don't
and there's like
bounce.
cement in the center of it. Like in a wrestling ring, you want to land in the center because that's where all the bounce comes from. But in a
not
boxing ring, the
it's hard as
center
a rock.
has got like a
Yeah.
concrete base, and when you land on it, there ain't no give, and it hurts. I remember we wrestled with Josh, and he was wrestling as his masked character in the boxing ring, and you gave him that suplex right in the center of the ring, and then tagged me, and I come in, and he's like, my ass.
Hold on a
He's
second.
literally begging me to not do a move on him.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, we're fucking live. Like, you're taking
You're
some
taking
stomps.
it.
Like, man the fuck up, bro.
Yeah, the boxing ring actually broke the week before that match. So there was like a space where the boards were not drilled in. So when I suplexed him, and you can see this, I think it's still on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's a duos match.
It's nasty.
And
It
I
really is
suplexed this
nasty.
Quail Justice character
That's what's
right in the
up.
center of the ring, and the wood gives in. So you can see where his ass lands, right where the piece of wood was not there. Oh,
Makes the tag guy come in. He's like, I'm hurt. Don't touch me. And I'm like, I'm stopping the shit out of you, motherfucker. Come on. It's a boxing ring. We told you beforehand. Suck it up. I've been doing this for like a month now.
That was longer than that. We've been doing it for longer.
Yeah, no, we have been doing it for some months.
That's what wrestling is. If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So I got these indie wrestlers out here tripping the fuck out.
Yeah, we
You know what I
had
mean?
some that came to dabble their toes, but they all ran off
They
because
did.
nobody knows what's going to happen when they step in the ring with the Outliers.
They did one indie
Yeah,
wrestler.
you're right.
Like we went over this match, the bell rang, cameras on, lights, camera, action. He's like, I forgot everything. I was like, it's
Of
cool.
course.
Oh, it's cool. I got you. I'm telling him everything to do, putting him through the whole match pretty much. And I got done. I was like, see, this is This is what I'm saying about myself.
Yeah, people come around here claiming being an indie wrestler is an accolade. It's like, no, it's not. You guys are fucking learning.
You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
I
what
feel
you're
like
doing.
I just surpassed you indie wrestlers because you can't even come on this show and hang anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my spiel on
That's your
that.
rant.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so I've come to the end of the questions here again, guys. And once again, it's been an honor and a pleasure to chat to you both and run off the ideas and stuff to you and get your reactions.
Thanks
For sure.
so
Yeah, it's been a
much.
lot of fun. I had a great time. I'm really excited to put that new Jester Jones into motion. I do feel like he's going to debut at that Screw City Rumble. So
Yeah, I look forward to seeing that.
we'll see what happens. Send me that email with the picture of your character from the Resident Evil.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I'll send that to you. I'll get a picture of that and I'll send it to you. Yeah, it's
And what did you
yeah,
say you wanted us to send? We were going to send him a video of something, the Halloween, the Jason Voorhees match,
Yeah.
and the Halloween from like 2023 or whatever.
Yeah.
Elder God, we got one question here. If any of the fans that are watching right now, before we sign off, want to send any questions, now's your opportunity. You can send a question to Cyrus even if you want. So Elder God wants to know, will the Duos Championships be appearing at YouTube Mania 6? Well, let me tell you something, Elder God, because the Duo Championships are going to be on the line tomorrow, right here on YouTube, right here on The Wrestling Show, because I haven't told you this, Kate.
I was about to say, he's saying something that I'm completely unaware of.
I haven't told you this.
I was about to say, what the fuck are you talking about?
So last year, I put, because I know we're the Duos champs, I put my Duos title
Oh, yes.
on the line. Okay, it was a bad idea, and Amari tricked me.
This is what I'm saying.
He
You want
tricked me,
this guy to fight as a
and
number
he
one
stole
contender?
the belt. So listen,
He lost my title to a child.
he stole it. I didn't lose nothing, bro. It was supposed to be a buried alive or a Inferno match. It was an Inferno match, and I was gonna set him on fire and win the match and have all the algorithm go, wow, they actually burned a kid alive. But instead, he stole the title and ran back to his house. So it took me a whole year to convince him to come back and defend that Duo title. So tomorrow,
You're going to get my
defending
title back?
just one title. And you want me? I'll actually go out there afterward and see if he'll just give it back to me. How does that sound?
I mean,
The four kids are going to fight for the Duo belt, okay? Let them all fight. Let them have their fun. And then whoever wins, I'll just walk up to them and tell them the belt's mine, and they give it back to me, and then we're back to being Duos champs, okay?
however this is done. This
not
is
a big
news
deal.
to me.
It's not a big deal.
All I know that I lost my belt because he wagered it without me around.
You won't even know. I'll get it back just in time for YouTube Mania, I promise.
Sure will.
And then if there's a duo that wants to step up and challenge us, then fine.
We'll see.
It might happen. Undertaker fan wants to know where Kate's belt's at.
My belt? Did you watch today's match? Because I ended up losing my belt
Oh, yeah.
on some bullshit, and I still claim that it's mine, honestly.
Stay tuned, wrestling fans. The plot thickens. Thank you so much, Cyrus, for being on this episode of the Outliers podcast. It's been an absolute honor to get to hang out with you today. Such great questions. I had a great time.
The honor's all mine, mate, believe me. The honor's all mine.
Hell yeah, bro.
Thank you.
I look forward to doing it again. I know that you asked for KZ and the Dead Man to make an appearance the next time, so maybe we'll make that happen. That sounds good. Kate sounds like KZ's ready to do her promo first.
I mean,
so.
she's always
Looks
ready.
like she's ready to do it now, by the looks of it.
I was gonna say, she's always
It
ready.
sounds
You just
like
gotta tell her when. Doesn't take a whole lot of convincing with her. She's just down for everything.
Well, how about after YouTube Mania, KZ can come on and have a podcast, and you guys can talk.
Honestly, during this podcast, I just realized what's gonna happen with KZ, and I can't say it live right now. But the moment we turn this off, like I got a really good idea.
Stay tuned, fans. All right, Cyrus. Good hanging out with you, brother.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Nice
See you later.
talking to you.
Yeah, you too. See you later.
Yep.
Bye.
See you guys
Bye,
soon.
guys.
Take it easy, wrestling fans.
Ta-da.
This has been another episode of the Outliers podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching right here on YouTube. Be sure to check out Caitlin and her brand new match, the hardcore match for the Galactic Championship, which, spoiler alert, she comes up short. But that's okay because she's won lots of other matches that you can also watch right here on the Wrestling Show. So until next time, peace out, Elder God. Peace out, Undertaker fan. Peace out, everybody else that was watching right here on the Outliers Clubhouse. If you got any questions, as always, email us at thethaWrestlingShow@gmail.com. Peace. We'll see you at YouTube Mania 6.